All right, guys, should be working now. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a 2v2 tournament, which is going to be very fun. We're testing out the new website. So it is able to run 2v2 tournaments. So far, so good. And let's take a look at the alliances here. So this is going to be the first game we're doing, and it's going to be Hobo Honkers and Pope Patty teaming up. And let's look at the brackets. Yes, yes. So let me find this right now. We're going to go over this way. Perfect. And cool. So yeah, on the website, we will fix this so it doesn't cut off the names of the players here, but for the most part, it is working. We have Dwarfs Stink versus Last Minute. It's going to be Charix and Lord Chicken Feed versus Radism Enjoyer and Ajo. And you can see it has all the different players, and it has the teams and the maps and all that. So Scryer Prince versus, oh man, Svenska, I have no idea how to say that. It's probably something different. But yeah, you can see all the team names and the map that they're going to be playing on. So we did update some of the features since last time you guys saw it. So it looks like it is going to be primed and ready to go for 2v2 tourneys, which is very, very exciting. So yeah, these are all the teams we have today. Pretty damn good showing of players we actually got, so that's pretty hype. And now we're just going to hang out and chill until we get this going. All right. And how are we looking here? Who are they going to be playing against? In this one, we have, who is it going to be? It's Hobo, and so it's going to be Kartoffel and Trizik. Okay. So this should be a sweaty one. These are some players who are very good. Yes, Dow 4 did get delayed. Yeah. You know, honestly, it's a couple months. It definitely sucks, but at the end of the day, if it means the game is better when it comes out, I'm cool with that, you know? Because these days, especially if you're RTS, you know, it's very unforgiving. If you launch in a bad state, it's bad, you know? You don't want to be Dawn of War 3 all over again, so... Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's all look at the news. What news? Just that? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. The thing above is their team name, and then players are under. Yes. Oh, Marshall, I just submitted a bug report, by the way. Not a bug report, but if we take a look here on the website, let me show you. You see how it cuts off here? Like I can't see the player names here or the team name here. That was pretty much just what I reported. So for the shorter names, it's not a problem, but for the players who have longer names, it seems like the box runs out of space here. I don't know if that's something that we can fix. It's not a huge deal, but just something to do. Yeah, dude, Marshall, I love the map, though. The fact that it lists the map and has the round number and the team name and everything. Dude, it's really, really good. Yeah, really good. Marshall, great job, man. This is awesome. All right, so we have Hobo Honkers and Bertonia and Pope Patty. I just call him Bertonia now. But it's going to be Nurgle of Bertonia versus Lizardman and Korn. All right. So that is going to be that. Yeah, this is going to be great, man. Yeah, good times. Remember all give turn. Hey, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate the kind words. This is going to be super fun, though. I'm so excited for this. This 2v2 tournament today, as long as we don't have too much lag, it should be pretty sweet. But this is like the one format where it opens up like a whole smorgasbord of like craziness, you know? Because there's so many weird faction mechanics that you can mix and match that normally you would never be able to see in traditional multiplayer, right? So like Nurgle coming over to Bertonia. What's probably going to happen is Hobo Honkers is going to bring a massive front line of good quality Nurgle units, and Pope Patty's going to bring archers and cav. So then you get to kind of have this like sub-commanders element going, which is fun. Yeah, Nurgle infantry and Bretonnian cav. For Khorne and Lizardmen, what do you get? I mean, Dino monsters with like a Khornate front line? Is that going to be, or Dino gun line, or Salamander line, or Kroxagors on top of Khorne warriors? I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird synergies that we should be able to discover today. All right, so let's do that. I've got to do a little bit of adminning here. Swiss. Okay, and answering your question, buddy. Okay. I'm here, coordinate, and get in lobby. Let me know if any issues. All right, so today is Swiss, because I was going to do single elimination, but it's kind of brutal just to have, you know, two people get excited and commit time and then just be knocked out in the first round and that's it. So we are going to be doing Swiss. So everybody's going to get at least 4 rounds. It's going to be 4 rounds of Swiss. Yeah. And then at the end, the players with the strongest 2 scores will advance on from there. Good and evil teaming up on both teams. Yeah. It's normally we have restricted 2v2 tournaments to being like thematic, but I think today we're gonna let the boy watch, you know, and do it. I could tell them to try and pick the most similar banners possible. That would be helpful. Although, yeah, it should be pretty easy to tell apart. Bretonnian peasants are immune to the plague. That's right. Due to living in squalor, they've developed immunity. Yeah, mirror matches could happen, but the factions are pre-declared. So from there, you can't switch once you declare your faction before the tournament. Yeah. The turn me into Swiss cheese. Yeah. Yeah, so we got a little bit of waiting for Dawn of War 4, but honestly, I think there's a... We're probably going to get, I would imagine, the end time stuff sooner than that. Yeah, so I think that we'll have that to tide us over, and then we'll have DAO 4, and then that'll tide us over until we get 40k. That's the plan. That is the plan, ladies and gentlemen. Leaving a like made your hair grow back. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, very sick Bretonnians versus angry lizards. That's a great way of putting it, man. Very, very good flavor here. Storm, he apparently really always cooks up some pretty strong 2v2 builds. So I'm curious to see what gas he's going to be bringing to the table. What are like the big cheeses they could do? They could do a big monster mash. Oh, Healing Scarbrand. Oh, shit. Healing Scarbrand. You could get 2 Rev Crystals and just like force feed Scarbrand healing until he's heal capped. That's kind of sick. So like big healing, Lore of Life caster. Korn getting Lore of Life is opens up a little bit of a unique play for them. What's up, Adler? How you doing, man? Thank you for your help testing the website and everything. Really appreciate it. Hope you and the mighty clanmates are doing well. Yeah, we have an unholy alliance between Rat Clan and Rad Clan here. Yeah, they formed an alliance. A last alliance. But yeah, players got to be doing their builds. Taking their time. You know, the building understandably might take a little bit longer because, you know, you're having to account for a lot more than just like a 1v1. So, but yeah, we'll try and keep it on pace. We will try and keep it on pace. This is good, though. I got to do some admin stuff anyways. Okay, looks like everybody's finding their way to the lobbies. Will I stream Elder Scrolls? Is there a new Elder Scrolls game coming out? I don't know. Maybe I would. All right, Hobo Hunkers is ready. I would imagine Poe Patty's not going to be far behind. Lizardman teaming up with Chaos. Yeah, you know, it's a little out there, but we do what we can. I kind of want to see a team of Dowie Cathay. Dwarves are honestly really good in this format. They're really good. Because dwarves can just bring a high quality front line with really good quality shooting and artillery, and then if the other faction can complement their lack of mobility, I feel like it's pretty damn good. Because dwarvish infantry are just such a menace, you know, for their cost. Just so durable and hard to get off points and all that. Yeah, so who knows? All right, let me just drop a ping here. Goblins, please keep army building under 10 minutes. This round, you get a pass, but later try to keep it that way. Cheers. All right, I just made a ping telling him to try and keep army building under 10 minutes. This round, I'm going to give him a pass, let him take some time, but after that, we're gonna be a little stricter on it. Nurgle brings in Exalted Great Unclean One. Oh, you mean Uncle for Uncle? We could see Uncle. Kugath honestly could see play. Because Kugath sucks and can suck because of mobility issues, but if you're in a 2v2 where Bretonnia can cover all of your mobility, parking Kugath on like the middle objective and hiding behind the pillar might be pretty damn good. Yeah, might be pretty good. I think total will be playable. Yeah, when the hell is Gamescom? That's coming up. Isn't that's in is it in Germany or where is Gamescom? Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. Yeah, maybe so, Deacon. We'll see. I don't think it's stateside. I think it's somewhere in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been to one of those conventions in ages. The last one I went to was freaking, it would have been TwitchCon in like 2018, 2019, and I didn't even have a Twitch channel back then. A long time ago. It's in Germany? Got it, yeah. Very cool. All right. So what do we got? Looking good. No more admin. It looks like everybody was able to find their way in. Shout out to our boy Marshall for pushing these awesome updates to the website. End of this month. Yeah, of course I signed up for the closed betas. Yeah, I did. I did indeed. It's in Cologne, Germany. Got it. All right, so Nurgle and Bretonnia is ready, and now we're waiting for Storm and Kartoffel to finalize their builds. From here, it should be quicker, though, the matches, that is. Yeah, I think after the first round, we'll get in a little bit faster. We can send Prof Pone in my stead. Yeah, man. Do it. Send the goat. Yeah. Yes, yes. So Storm switching his banner. Okay, they did switch their banners a little bit. Looks like Storm went for like a purple banner to try and be as similar to his ally as possible. That's kind of cool. That helps us out a little bit. Have I ever met Heir of Carthage? Yeah, I met him once. It was Isani Raider. Thank you for resubscribing, and Holy Deluga. Thank you as well. There was a event CA did. God, it must have been like 5 years ago now, 4 years ago, and I got to meet him. He was really nice. Yeah, I can't remember which one that was. What event was that? Shit, man. But yeah, I did meet him. He was a great guy. One of the main reasons I started doing the old YouTube was just because I saw his stuff and thought it was awesome. Yeah, Dial 4 delayed. We talked about it a little bit. I think it's good. You know, they fine-tune the game, make sure it's good. Don't have a shitty launch. You know, you gotta make sure it's nice and clean. Yeah, but it is delayed, yes. All right, Nurgle Britannia. Let me check this here. And great. Perfect. And one sec. Sorry, I got to respond to this message. Okay, so that's going to be you. And let me send a message to the player here. Okay, cool. What if we had... I wonder what faction do you guys think in a 2v2 tournament would be like the most oppressive to double up on? So like instead of having a varied like, oh, this and that, like what would be your go-to? Like if you were to just put, would it be double Slanesh? Like have two players on Slanesh just maximizing the cheesiness that they can do? I don't know. Kind of curious about that. All right, so now we're loading into the match. It's going to be an Epidemius Demon frontline. So yeah, we see the two frontliner armies right now, which is pretty funny. So we see Nurgle bringing a frontline of Plague Bearers, and the Lizardmen going to be bringing a Sara Spear frontline, backed up by a Heavens Caster and Nikai the Wanderer. So those are going to be the frontline combos for these mighty players here today. Okay, let's check this. All right. Just yeah, big boys everywhere. That's right. Yeah, big tanky infantry. So the players are really leaning into the sub-commanders where there's like one person who is like in charge of a certain role on the battlefield, you know? Double Bretonia, charge everything. Skaven Nurgle does not seem like the worst combo. What do you really compliment? I mean, Skaven weapons teams, but Nurgle isn't the best at protecting backfield, so I feel like Skaven would benefit more from somebody who could protect their backfield better. Could be wrong, though. Double dwarfs, you think? Yeah, just like double the meat? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning in on the northwest side of the map, it's going to be the Angry Lizards. So I do like that name. We're going to be co-opting that. And he's got Sara Spears and Bloodletter. So just a massive infantry wall with some monstrous support as well. As King Priest of Heaven's going to be using the Comet of Cassandora. And Scarbrand, the Exiled One, has the Rage embodied for the Rampage, while Nikai the Wanderer is going to be here with Primal Roar. So no healing. I would imagine a Rev Crystal will be in the wings. A good sniping component here as well for Kartoffel is going to be Karanak. So using Karanak as well as Big Scarbrand to just snipe things down, not bad at all. Hey, Happy, thank you for the 10 jewels. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so on the other side of the battlefield, it's going to be the Stinky Peasants, and it is going to be Festering Stooges, Plague Bearers. Oh, this is kind of funny. Oh my god, a Grail Relic. So that's going to make the Plague Bearers have higher leadership and higher melee attack. That's really funny. Pegasus Knights up in the sky, followed up by a Damsel of Life, Nurglings to grab the Vanguard. But yeah, Bretonia going to be going for the Archer line. Exactly what we predicted, basically, right? Bretonian Archers with the Bretonian mobility. So we got Pegasus Knights, Royal Hippogriff Knights, as well as King Lewin, who's going to be here with Sword of Corone and the Lion Shield. Yeah, this is fun. This is some unorthodox stuff, dude. I love the Grail Relic. The Grail Relic to buff the Nurgle army is so funny, the tech, I know. And that's what you get in 2v2s, man. You get the weird tech. So let's see what their stats look like when the game starts. I'm just going to minimize for a sec, make sure there's nothing they need me for. Doesn't look like it, so we're all good in the neighborhood. Very cool indeed. Unholy alliances are afoot. Angry Lizards versus the Stinky Peasants. That is what it is going to be. No, I wanted to play today or cast today because I need to run admin on the tournament, make sure it's working since we're trying out new features on the website and a few other things. So, yeah, I was expecting Khorne to go a little bit more mobility, but rather they're just doubling up on their infantry killing power and their weight. So Karanak and your boy Nakai. Oh, a man and his dog over here, dude. He's got Karanak, and they're going to be grabbing that objective. And over on this side, what do we have? Hopefully nobody crashed. Somebody might have a potato connection. I think it was pretty lag-free in the beginning. We'll see how we go over the course of this game. There will be some slideshows from time to time, guys, but it is the price of running 2v2 tournaments because CA hates us secretly. All right, Nakai the Wanderer and Karanak going to be jumping over on this objective right here. Meanwhile, the peasant host advances up on the middle. And what do we got? So yeah, 92 leadership right now. Icon of Devotion giving +8. And then we do also have the melee attack going up +5 there. Yeah, it's pretty rad. I think that's a fun combo. So whose big, disgusting blobs are going to win on the middle? I mean, I can't help but think that the Angry Lizard team is going to be a little bit more stalwart there. Dropping Comet of Cassandoras on the Plague Bearers and then dropping Burning Alignment on the Nurgle Infantry is actually going to be very, very devastating. Yeah, it's going to be incredibly devastating. All right, so Sara Spears, they could go sit on that back objective. It looks like they're going to be making their way over to the middle. And, oh, why would you waste the Comet of Cassandora there? That was a big misplay there, dropping that by a storm. Yeah, because it's so easy to dodge. It does end up hitting the Beast of Nurgle, but it doesn't do much damage there. All right, so the first one is a swing and a miss. You definitely want to wait for them to get in combat before you do such things and drop it like on the back. So if they try and retreat, they just run straight into it, right? That's usually what you want to do. All right, so Trebuchets in the back for Bretonia are going to be unleashing onto the Hellforged host, the Exalted Bloodletters. Meanwhile, Nakai, oh shit, Nakai gives perfect vigor, doesn't he, with his golden tribute? It's not perfect, but vigor reduction, so he can keep Scarbrand fresh longer. That's actually really fun. And the middle objective does belong to the Angry Lizard Alliance, as now we see another support piece being called in from Khorne. It's going to be the Blood Shrine of Khorne. And that, of course, is going to be augmenting the stats even more. Geltblom's Terror on the way in to try and deal with big threats. So the Angry Lizards are bringing this out to fight what? To fight Bretonnian Cav and Mass. It can also fight against Epidemius, a few other things that it can have some good success with. Scarbrand could run up and rampage if he wants to. Just go here and then rampage all these guys and pull them back this way. Would be a option for sure. A couple Furies waiting around, but honestly, not much of a reason for the forces of the Angry Lizards to engage. Simply because, you know, they have the capture weight. Why go up and fight them on their terms, right? But I guess if you think you can win, sending in the Sara Spears first is definitely a mistake against Plague Bearers. You're going to want the demons to be connecting and not being obstructed by the Saurus Warriors. So you should be seeing the big old Bloodletter Legions get in and fight. And it looks like the Stinky Peasants are going to be retreating back right now. Not wanting that fight, but the dinosaurs have different ideas. The big dogs are getting in. Oh yeah, the big Chungai. They are here, and the Plague Bearers of Nurgle take some minimal casualties, but yeah, Sara Spears in the front line. I don't love that. I don't love that. Now here, we get Scarbrand rampaging down the Royal Hippogriff Knights. That's very good, and he does rampage them into a bunch of spears. So that's a nice little play there. Blood Shrine of Khorne nearby supporting as well. A couple of Bloodletters have gotten in. Burning Alignment activated, and it is going to be going through, cooking some Nurglings, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not the best. Could have been down the side here and gotten the Plague Bears, which would have been much more cost effective. But holy shit, Nakai is getting his ass beat by King Lewin. My goodness. Lewin, oh, I think it was the Unholy Hand Grenades from the Exalted Plague Bearers as well. So Nakai got the Unholy Hand Grenades. He's also being attacked by Fleshy Abundance on the Royal Hippogriff Knights. Nurgle's Blessings keeping the Bretonnian Knights alive in a risky engagement. Otherwise, they would have bled a lot of models, but look at that. Not a single Royal Hippogriff Knight model dies. They lose a lot of HP, but that can all be healed up with more Fleshy Abundances. How clutch is that? Angry Lizards re-engaging out here on the wings. We do see King Lewin getting attacked by Scarbrand, but no rampages to keep him in. The Sara Spears and the Bloodletters have engaged in the front. Bloodletters do typically outtrade Plague Bearers head-to-head. Plague Bearers, of course, are tankier, but the anti-infantry and the magic damage is very, very relevant, as well as the fire damage. But so far, the battle rages on here, and the Saurus Warriors with Spears do seem to be one of the units here that is kind of in a bit of struggle city. Nakai getting afflicted by the Sword of Corone, also attacked by a Plague-ridden on a mobility scooter. So that is tricky. Scarbrand's on his way back in. An opportunity here. Okay, Karanak and Scarbrand are right here. And they are on top of Epidemius. Wounded Prey and Prey of the Blood God. But oh my god, the Unholy Hand Grenades from Hobo Honkers. He's dropping the Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. The Unholy Hand Grenade's doing so much damage here against Skarbrand the Exiled. That is so good. And Epidemius did summon them, so it kind of baited him in a little bit, right? Offered Nurgle's thick booty and then gets lured into the Unholy Hand Grenades right there. So that's pretty nasty. Now, looking at the main fight, we do see some Sara Spears penetrating into the backfield, defeating Knights of the Realm. Archers are shut down, and the Blood God, the Angry Lizards, have gotten through. You can see some of the archers are paying the ultimate price back here. Beautiful combat of Cassandora by Storm right there. That was a really, really good one, guys. But this big pit fight is still going down. We're going to see who's going to win here. Nakai is giving some really, really nice buffs, but overall, I think that the Stinky Peasants have the advantage here. They have the Barons of the Bog, Epidemius. The Bretonnians definitely going to be piling in with the Hippogriff Knights, so Skarbrand is forced back. Nakai is in bad shape as well. There are some Minotaurs of Khorne here who do have the Horn of Khorne. They're going to trade incredibly well in this fight against the Nurgle Toads as well as the Bretonnian flying units. So that's pretty fun, and it looks like there's going to be another Burning Alignment going down from the Angry Lizards, and that will be cleaving a couple of these guys, but overall, not going to do the most damage in the world. Ends up doing a little bit of friendly fire as well, but not too bad. All right, pit fight's still underway. Epidemius is getting lower and lower. Skarbrand definitely needs some healing right now. The dinos really need a Rev Crystal or something that can provide a little bit of milk. But we see Khorngors coming in and a bunch of skink cohorts to try and re-wrestle the capture weight. So that's going to be the game plan. Pegasus Knights swarming in the back, so they did come up and around, and we're able to get on the back of the formation right there, and that is going to be pretty devastating for sure. The Minotaurs taking a ton of shock damage. Skarbrand just trying to go out on his shield, basically. He's at 1500 HP, but he is being attacked by what appears to be just the two Nurgle characters. Skarbrand gets away. Is he going to be able to get a Rev Crystal? Find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Moving on in, we do see Khorngors. That's going to be really nice in this fight against all the Bretonnian mass, but Furies are going to be attacking them. Skarbrand is wavering. He's at negative 18 leadership. Goes back up to 12. Is Homeboy going to be able to stabilize? We will find out. So the Angry Lizards do manage to get the objective back. They had lost it for quite some time, but the skink cohort's arriving, doing very well. And the Sara Spears are having a bit of a better late game. These bad boys are moving up. They're shanking down all the cav units and providing some durability and some capture weight, which is very welcome. But there's a lot of Plague Bears, including some Exalted ones. Trebuchet Fire coming in. Epidemius does have a full tally, by the way. He should. Oh, that's not Epidemius. But yeah, I would imagine his tally is going to be full. So all these Nurgle demons really going to be living it up. Nakai the Wanderer being hammered by King Lewin. So Homeboy is going to be getting it. He does get the Pimp Claw right there. And Nakai is down for the count. Yes, yes. Meanwhile, Skarbrand on his way back in, but they really, really should have brought some healing for Skarbrand. I think that would have been incredibly strong to keep him online. And imagine he would just be like full health right now and could be a huge menace threatening King Lewin. Locus of Virulence. Oh, the Rampage then activated to counter Lewin's charge, and it kind of makes him go haywire up in the sky instead of attacking the right target. Nurgle's Pestilent Glory, though, is very, very strong here, guys. I mean, the amount of just evil, evil Plague Bearer there is just rough. And look at the capture weight, massively going in the favor of the Stinky Peasants. So the Bretonnian Nurgle alliance here doing very good. King Lewin diving in to try and finish off Skarbrand. This is a comeback option. I mean, if you turn on Lewin and get a bunch of lucky RNG, maybe get the Minotaurs of Khorne in there. But I don't know. It's going to be a tall, tall order. Looking at the value trading, Hobo Honkers is doing a lot of damage. Pope Hattie as well, but Hobo Honkers is really leading the day, which is showing the power of that Nurgle demon blob buffed up by the Tallyman. That is very rough. All right, so Skarbrand does not have Gore Feast. It's not campaign, unfortunately. Here are the Minotaurs going to be attacking into King Lewin with a little bit of spear support. Pegasus Knights flying in, Royal Hippogriff Knights, I should say. They're going to be getting a nice little rear charge there, and now the Pegasus Knights do come in, while Skarbrand is going to be running away from Fury, sitting at 9 leadership right now. Certainly has seen better days. I just don't think there's any way to deal with this Nurgle disgustingness. This blob is just so meaty and so durable. I mean, you got 40% Fizz Res on those Exalted Plague Bearers. That is just nasty. But I do like this play by Kartoffel. Going for the kill with Skarbrand, trying to cheese out King Lewin is not bad at all. But it looks like Lewin is going to be chasing Skarbrand away. A part of me thinks he should just go out on a shield and turn and fight, but yeah. Minotaurs do get overwhelmed by the Nurglite forces, and the Angry Lizards do call in their big skink to try and run over some of the infantry here. But the Beast of Nurgle and the Palanquin characters are going to be very, very good at fighting off big monsters, because they are large, they have good mass, good armor piercing. Big reinforcing wave coming in from Storm. It's going to be a bunch of Sara Spears. Skarbrand, the Exiled One, moving in but eating a big charge. Looks like he is going to be diminishing and losing a lot of HP here. He does drop his Rampage, which is cool, and now he's going to be trying to retreat, but the Exiled One, not only has he been exiled by Khorne, but now he's going to be exiled by his opponents here, sitting at negative 18 leadership, so good night, my sweet prince. You will be missed. And 91 down to 65, down to stable. Wow. Usually Skarbrand doesn't get that, but in this case, I think that this game is pretty over. I don't think there's any chances. I mean, the Bretonnian Nurgle Alliance, the Stinky Peasants, are looking really, really strong. They have a lot of Plague Bearers. Archers are still very much online. Beast Slayers of Bastion coming in. Lewin and Pegasus Knights are very functional with good HP. Nakai is dead. Scarbrand is dead. And this game is 100% over. I don't know if the players are going to leave in time or leave quickly, but typically it's a little bit better if you know you have no chance to leave, especially in a tournament where people are waiting on you. But yeah, this he's got a couple spears coming in, but what are you going to do, man? Angels of Decay just really, really, putting salt in the wound here. They're going to come in and poke. But yeah, really, really cool, man. This build was fun. So you get like a big, thick Nurgle demon frontline, which is just super tanky. And then normally Epidemius can be bullied a little bit, but the Bretonnian mass was able to protect him, right? You have King Lewin and Alberic. Oh shit, you could have Alberic too, and he would give anti-large to all these Plague Bearers. Oh my god, that is crazy. So yeah, there's a lot, because one of Nurgle's big weaknesses is anti-large. So having the Alberic could be really good. Oh god! Sorry, dad sneezed right there. My apologies, guys. We're clearing up. All right, Lewin, Lian Kerr, Hippogriff Knights in. You can see the Nurgle army rubbing off on me a little bit here, which is always good. Yeah, a lot of units on the battlefield. Yeah, a lot of units. We got 24 units here for the forces of the Stinky Peasants versus the 11 for the Angry Lizards. And the unit quality isn't that much better. But yeah, Alberic giving anti-large could be very nice. I mean, there's a lot. Bretonnian Nurgle is a lore-accurate combo. There could be a corrupted... Bretonnians are capable of being corrupted, for sure. I mean, you see that with Musion. Musion being a prime example of that. Hippogriff Knight's diving back here, and it looks like Nakai has been summoned back in. Is anybody going to be going for that triple cap here? Knights of the Realm from Pope Patty could easily go back there and just get that objective, which I would wager they're going to be doing relatively soon. Lewin getting a little bit trapped up here. I mean, is this enough to throw? I don't think so. Yeah, it looks like he's going to retreat. I mean, even if Lewin died, I don't think it would matter. The value is just so big. 13,000 for Hobo, 10,000 here. Pretty substantial value difference. And remember, one side is healing and the other side isn't. So the Stinky Peasants have a shit ton of healing. So realistically, the value is probably more like... Let's see. So right now we have, what, 23,000 against 21,000. So it's probably realistically more like 26 or 27,000. So like a 6,000, 7,000 value lead on the battlefield, I would say at this point. Nurgle breaking the fourth wall to let Turin know who's winning. That's exactly what they did. It is. No, I have really bad allergies, dude. It sucks. And I live in a town, which I love, but I do tend to have bad allergies here. So it is what it is. Okay, so Grail Knights coming in. They have a full rage boner for the lady. And they're going to be sending some of these Haggard demons back to the Abyss. So there they go. Big old charge down the side. Oh, God, yeah. That's what it's all about. That's why you pick Bretonnia. Yes. That is the coolness right there. And did a lot of damage, too. So they continue to harass and harry. Nakai is coming in for round 2. The entire Dino front line is broken. I mean, Sar Spears are going to be absolutely no match for steroided Plague Bearers. Dude, look at that. Icon of Devotion, Brass Cleaver, Beloved Son of Bretonnia, and Talia Pestilence. Do you know how many buffs that's so many. 67 melee attack on a Plague Bearer of Nurgle. That is just like filth. Bro, that is like that's better than Chosen. That's like Wrathmonger melee attack. And Plague Bearers hit hard too. They're not like slouches. They hit incredibly hard. So these Plague Bearers are just lawnmowers. Like nothing can contest them here. Like nothing. I mean, man, even the Bloodletters are going to get smashed up by that. That's pretty big. All right, so we do see the points approaching here. And yeah, I'm surprised these guys haven't left yet. But that is an insane amount of buff stacking. Because the Brass Cleaver is an item on the Plague Ridden. And then obviously Lewin has some buffs too. I mean, it is just a lot of filth. Are we playing campaign? I know. It's like we're playing campaign. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's good times. Grail Knights, they're easily going to beat these Corngors with envelopment. If you just charge them from the front when they're not braced and then rear charge them in the back, they're going to have a bad time. Geltblom's Terror coming in and going to be trying to secure the back objective. We'll see if he's going to be able to. In the middle, Lewin chasing down the remnants of the Chosen of Khorne with the dual weapons. But that stacking, I love this. Man, Hobo Hunkers and Pope Patty looking to be a very strong team here early in the tournament. And I'm sure that Storm and Kartoffel will come back. If Storm had brought, honestly, I actually think Khorne and Lizardmen have the tools to beat this. If you bring, like, Salamanders and just bombard this Nurgle blob with fire damage, like, that could be really devastating. Like, the single entity ones, the Ancient Salamanders or the regular Fire Salamanders, could both be really good. And that's kind of the cool part, right? Like, both of these teams have counterplay against one another, and there is a chance that they could run into each other in the semifinals and grand finals of today's tournament. So they'll have time to, like, contour and do all those things. Yeah, plague of anabolic steroids, I know. That's exactly what's happening. Lewin and company going to be securing the back objective. I'm really shocked these guys haven't tapped out yet. This game's been over for like a good 4 minutes, but even still, we've had the opportunity to see some cool stat buffing and see why these Plague Bearers are just absolute raid bosses. 82 melee attack on the Exalted Plague Bearers. I know, and it's like consistent too. It's not like it's a localized buff. Knights of the Realm getting Fecundity. Oh my god, I love that. Fecundity healing up Bretonnian Knights. That's just such funny flavor. Dude, I played a game against Boss Toss on ladder last night, and it was the replay is going to be going up on the channel in the next few days. But it was my Nurgle versus his Lizardmen, and he had a Salamander, just a basic one, get almost 4,000 value against me. It was like the one thing I couldn't stop, and it was just so menacing. Yeah, it was a big menace. Yep, they captured the back objective, and Hobo Honkers and Pope Patty coming off to a strong start. And Storm and Kartoffel down but not out. They're two very strong players, so I'm sure they'll find a way to get back into the matches and live their best life. But the points are approaching. And yeah, Fury's going to be diving here on top of the Corngors. They're going to be getting chewed up pretty good. Kartoffel's going to be withdrawing, and Storm withdraws as well. Big old victory for the Stinky Peasants, which I don't think that's their actual team name. We'll have to double check that. All right, let me check on the website, see how the tourney's going. And it looks like everybody's able to report their score. Shout out to Marshall. It's working. Nice. And yeah, we'll look at the scoreboards in a second. You got to start learning PvP. Just join our Discord, man. We got a lot of new players, and I know RTK runs some new player events. I mean, I run random events. You know, we have really solid members of the community who run these events. So yeah, absolutely get in there, man. They are fun. And now that we have a functional 2v2 tournament running system with the website, I'm down to do them more. It's an incredibly fun format. I'm super down. All right, so Hobo Honkers. Epidemius got about 1,300, Plaguerin 23, and the Exalted Boys 1,000 and 1,600 for reinforcing. Yeah, so he had some good value there. Lewin got 21. The big guys 3,600 on them and 2,300 there. For Storm, Nakai did fine. The Spears, some of them actually held their own and did okay. Kind of a mixed bag there. Gelbloms did really good. And Scarbrand held only 1,200 value. That's pretty painful. Karanak got bullied as well. So a lot of the stuff didn't work out there. All right. GG, well played. Yeah, the new player tournament on the 15th is being ran by the new website. Correct it is. Yeah, we got it. I think Melkor and Renataki are running it, if I'm not mistaken. Angels didn't do much. They weren't on the field for that long. They got like 1,000 value or something. All right. So, yeah, one newbie, one pro on each team. That could be fun. Yeah, we can do stuff like that. Absolutely. Yeah, Marshall, this is so clutch though, because like with us having this functionality on this website, it's going to be so modular for other games, right? Like we can run 2v2 tournaments for like Dawn of War 4, 40k, you know, so many games. And down the road, hopefully the War for Westeros, you know, like lots of cool stuff. Okay, so taking a look at the brackets here, let's load in and see. So we have the Dwarf Stink, Charix and Lord Chicken Feed winning. Navigator and Dakai Wally winning against Big Beast and Zablon. This game is still going. Boss Toss and Scrambled Egg versus Fox and Silver. Silver Fox. Oh, I can mouse over and see the player names. Oh, that's so nice. Great feature, Marshall. Really nice, man. Yeah, so we're just waiting on one round to finish. So it's going to be Boss Toss and Scrambled Egg versus Silver Fox. Roger. Oh, this must be a Skaven team. They must have Skaven. Rat Ogre, yeah. Oh, it's probably Skaven and Ogre Kingdoms. Oh, that's so fun. I think I'm going to watch that. I'm not really into domination battles, but these 2v2s are really great. Yeah, Dom's a really good format for 2v2, I think. There's a lot of like tactical play, like coordinating with your ally. Like, okay, I cover this part of the battlefield. I hold this point. You fight over here. It's like, it's very fun. It's very fun. So yeah, we're just going to wait for these guys to finish. And of course, this is the new website. Yeah, work in progress, but pretty close to being where it needs to be. Some big testing is going to be going down this weekend. I'm going to probably try and meet up with you, Marshall, sometime in the next 4 or 5 days, and we can test out some of the obscure formats and see if they work. Yeah, Boss Toss and Scrambled is a very scary team. There's a lot of really scary teams, but of course we're going to have the stats updated where you can look by top players, faction leaderboards, and you can see the best players for each faction, right? So if we go to Beastmen, you can see that Martinius, this is ported over from the old website, but Martinius has the highest Beastmen win rate, right? If we go to Bretonia, it's obviously going to be Pope Patty. Pope Patty has the highest win rate with the Bretonians. With the Chaos Dwarves, it's going to be Driver and Navigator. Very cool. And let's look at Empire. Let's see who's up there. Tobias, Driver, Adler, yep, many of the usual suspects. So you can see the, I guess it's, yeah, just on raw wins right now. We should probably switch it so the win rate is weighted too. So I think we'll do that because Yeah, I think it's just the amount of, if it's just the amount of wins, probably should be something along the lines of of like win rate followed up. Yeah, we'll figure something out, but still very, very cool. All right, so going to tournaments, 2v2 tournament of the gods, and yeah, we're just waiting on this one game to finish right now. So let me just make sure they don't need anything, and we'll get into this right now. Bastos, let me know when done. We're still under 40 minutes for the round, so pretty good on time, all things considered. Yeah, I didn't bring healing because you kept mentioning it. Dog, you got to do it. Healing for Scarbrand would have been so good. Honestly, you guys would have had a really... If you went double Ancient Salamander and just brought some healing and like supported the Khorne front line while Khorne protecting your backfield with like Colden Riders and then some Khorne Fleshhounds, you guys would have had a really good build there. Although I didn't hate your idea. I didn't hate it. I thought it was really cool, the Engine of the Gods. The Sar Spears did have a rough time. Yeah, they did have a rough time. Okay. Let me get you... Oh, you guys need a Discord link? I got you. Hold on. Let me get this. Invite, and there we are. Perfect. Okay, that was weird. What the hell is that? Kick me out of here. Okay, hold on. You guys can still hear me, yeah? Okay, that's very strange. I don't know why I would do that. Okay, cool. Just like close down the chat for a second. It's weird as hell. Okay, let's do that, and should be popping up in a second. All right. Huh. Okay, there we go. We're reloaded. So yeah, we're just waiting on the last game to finish. Should be done soon. And we will go from there. Did I drop a Discord link? Not yet. Okay, let me get that. There's the Discord link for you. Yeah, I got you. That one should work. The only reason you wouldn't be able to join the Discord is if we're getting raided by the adult website bots. That does happen sometimes. We get like mass raids by the by the bots, and we have to shut it down. But yeah, no, for now it's ever since we made our Discord a community Discord, that has happened a couple times, but yeah, all good. 2v2 tournaments are super fun, man. I love it, especially in Total War. I think there's so much creativity to be explored. Like, let's see. What would be like evil as hell? Like, I think any faction that really loves loves healing. Like, I feel like Norska, Nurgle could be pretty nasty. Because you give Norska access to healing on a lot of good quality units, but I don't know. Let's see. You could definitely do some really disgusting like kiting builds where you have two mobile armies running together. Kislev would be pretty good too with so you bring like little Groms and like Kislev monsters and mobility, and then you have somebody else handle the front line. Yeah. There's a lot. There is a lot. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, shoot me a message in Discord. We'll get to the bottom of it. You should be able to message me regardless. Guys are still duking it out. They must be having either a really laggy game or a really close game. Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, Vampire Counts definitely could be very good here. Wood Elves and Slaanesh would be oppressive. Yeah. That's actually true. Like, Wood Elf Waywatchers with Slaanesh mobility, Jesus, that just sounds foul. Like, imagine just like a triple Waywatcher build, and you can't dive them because Slaanesh is waiting for you. You know? Does Vampire Count healing work on non-undead? I don't think so. But there are some elements. You could run... Oh, Tomb King's Vampire Counts is dank. Because you get ranged, really good quality ranged, but you also can bring characters and Tomb King's monsters that can receive, I believe, healing. Let me see. Well, those are constructs. I don't think you can, but you could heal like Setra, right? If Setra's on a Sphinx, what are his keywords? Let me see. Setra on a Sphinx has the undead trait. Yeah, so you could heal Setra on a Sphinx. Dude, I think Tzeentch Nurgle is really good too. Tzeentch with like the long range firepower, Nurgle front line. Nurgle does become a very good faction in 2v2, I think, because of their ability to just dominate frontline fights if they have the proper support. You know? Wood Elf Skaven, that's an interesting one. Yeah. Chaos Warshrine stacking. It would have to be in the right matchup. Yeah, they're really weak to shooting. Dwarves Cathay, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it could work. Dwarves will mix with anybody who has decent mobility, I feel like. Yeah. I do feel like Tomb King's counts would be nice though, because all of the like Tomb Guard infantry would benefit from corpse carts. You know, I don't think you can invo the constructs. I don't think you can because they don't have the undead keyword, right? And I'm pretty sure the vampire counts have that. Let me check. And yeah, invo. Yeah, they have to be undead. Yeah, so it wouldn't work there. Hey, what's up, Grope? Yeah, thank you. We're having a really good stream so far. We're doing a 2v2 tourney, just waiting for this round to finish. We have one team that's taken a little bit longer, but we're going to give people a break in the first round because there was a lot of coordinating and getting stuff together. So, all right, cool. Yep, good matches so far. Zeech Chorfs, fire damage stacking. Yeah, you could. You could do like Kindle Flame. Absolutely could. I mean, there's some wonky combos you could run. You could run like Chaos Dwarves, and then on the Sorcerer Prophet, you get the Amulet of Blood and Darkness, which makes them 20% weaker to fire. Then you do Kindle Flame. So that's going to be a what, 44% weaker to fire? And you almost are getting, 50% more damage on some of your attacks. Tomb Guard with Nehek is good, but Mac, I think on that same coin, I think that Graveguard with Nehek are just better. Graveguard are objectively a better unit than Tomb Guard. They have armor, they have anti-infantry, they're just more durable. Yeah, like that's why vampire counts usually crump the Tomb Kings is because the vampire count front line is just so much better. Yeah, it's a big problem. It's a super vampire count favored matchup, at least in my experience. Festus healing a dwarf character blob, that's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious for sure. Okay, and let's do this. Went down. All right. Yeah, other matches you could do. Or yeah, a lot of the chaos stuff has a lot of crossover. Yeah, you could do some really nasty mobility builds. Slaanesh with like any other faction that has great mobile kiting could be really devastating. Slaanesh High Elves could actually be really good. You just do like Slaanesh. Oh my god, you do Larry with mass Slaanesh mobility and like a greater demon. So then you have Starve Avalorn to heal like Inkari, for example. And then you have like a couple of Phoenixes and like just mass Reavers, and then Slaanesh has mass Cav, and you're just like this disgusting mobility army. Yeah, that would be foul. Like, I think Larry is really good in a lot of 2v2 matches. Just having Earthblood and Starve Avalorn to heal up the big boys is incredibly strong. I mean, Starve Avalorn heals you for what, like 20% of your HP, AoE, give or take? It's pretty damn good. The best artillery builds. Yeah, Dowie could bring Great Artie or Cathay. Either of them are viable. Yeah, the Corrupted Ulthuan team. Yeah, I mean, it could be very good. It could be very, very good. All right. They just finished. Outstanding. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the next round. All these are done, and let's see if it will work. Okay, so rounds, admin, advance to the next round. We're going to do this, and uh-oh, internal server error. That's not a good thing. Let me see if Marshall's here. Uh-oh. Worst case, we would just have to run it the old-fashioned way. Internal server error. That's a strange one. I haven't seen that. Okay. Let me see if he's around. If not, we'll just manually pair people off. Yo. When trying to advance the 2v2, and internal server error. Seeing that one? Maybe it's because... So let me just do this real quick. Yeah, no, we'll get it. We'll get it going. Don't worry. Worst case, I just have to manually pair, and that would be Haggard, but it is one way to get through the tournament. Sounds good. Check the stream. Check stream. Okay, so he's on it. This is part of the testing, guys. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to advance the Swiss. Create the pairings for the next round will be generated from the current results, and we get an internal server error right there. So this is what it looks like, Marshall. I don't know if you're on the stream, but there you go, big dog. We'll see if it's something we can solve quick. If not, then I'll just pair people manually, and we'll do it that way. It's because we haven't purchased GW products for a few days. Yeah. Sad I missed the event. Need to keep a better eye on Discord. Oh, no worries. We're going to host more of these. We're just testing out all the new features here and everything. And yeah. Let me know if you saw it. Okay. Oh, hold on. Is it going to work that time? It seems like it might have worked. Okay. It's fixed. All right. Our boy Marshall saved us. Looks like we have discovered a little bug, but it has been fixed. And all is good in the neighborhood. All right, so this is going to be round 2. He says, what did I do? I asked him, like, what'd you do? All right, tournament chat. Okay. Goblins, round 2. Good luck, have fun. Error was trying to pair unpaired users from even though they weren't checked in. Oh, got it. Okay. So he got to the bottom of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, guys. So now we have the final, first and final boss versus the last minute bros. Who do we want to cast? We have Trajan's Warband versus Svenska here. Roger versus. Okay, we'll save that for later. Let's do the Dwarf Stink versus Scryer Prince. That sounds like a fun one. All right, so we're gonna do that. And good luck, have fun. Yo. Lobby code, please. Okay, perfect. And we found it. All right, awesome sauce. So let's get into the lobby for the next 2v2 match. Everybody get your games going. This is going to be a fun one. Lizardman, Monsters, Vampire Counts, Chaff would be super strong. Could be. Could be. Silver Fox, I will watch you next game, Silver Fox. I got you next game, Fox. Yeah, I got you, I promise. Oh, this is interesting. Tzeentch Beastmen. So the magical beasts versus the demonic Skaven. Okay, I'm just like giving them names to help us like call it during the battle. Yeah, that's going to make it a little bit easier for us. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Good progress here. All right, guys. So the magical beastmen versus the demonic rats. Should be fun. Beastmen, Tzeentch, yeah. What is Sharks gonna do? Is he gonna go for like just like the mass air force? Maybe Charix brings in like a bunch of freaking changebringers and air force control and just. But Demons of Chaos can contest this guys pretty hard, so we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Beastmen, Wood Elf, all in Vanguard. Absolutely, that would be really fun. Going for like mass gores backed up by like a bunch of Deepwood scouts or something. Yeah. Does Gust of True Flight and Spiteful Shot stack? You can stack all those kind of buffs, yeah, and get like 1,000,000 range. Absolutely. Okay, what? Hear me out. I have a question for all of you homies hanging out in chat. What would be the most disgusting way to take advantage of Sea Lord Iceland's range increase? So you can put any faction with the High Elves, and you give them the range increase. What would be the most devastating thing you could do with that? They do have team names, but it's harder. It's easier I think it's easier for the viewer to know what team I'm talking about and remind like who's on whose side if I call them like Magical Beasts or Demonic Skaven, you know, those kind of things. Crane Gunners, you think? The Necrofex Flamethrower? Oh my god, the Necrofex Flamethrower is so haggard. Jezzail's from a different map, yeah, just off-screen Jezzail's. That would be really fun. So blunderbusses, you could get up to what kind of range? You can get blunderbusses up to, I don't know, like 100, yeah. The mist ability with a Dreadquake Mortar, does it work on artillery? Oh, Luminarch! Oh, on a Luminarch! Oh, that's so funny. Hellblaster, yeah, I like that. That's really cool. That's really good. Holy Hand Grenade range increase, yeah. All right, so everybody's playing their rounds. Thank you for joining today's little 2v2 tournament. We are in round 2, and we're getting some good testing into the website, discovering little things here and there, which are going to be great. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 10 teams playing today. Pretty awesome. The Dwarf Glaive thing. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Goblin Hewer? Yeah, the Goblin Hewer with extra range, but it's a short buff. But yeah, that could be devastating for sure. If you get like 2 or 3 Goblin Hewers and give them a range buff, that could be very hilarious. That could be very funny. Grenade Outriders, it's also pretty good. It's a short buff, so they get a couple volleys. Way Watchers, oh my god, triple Way Watcher. Triple Way Watcher getting that would be gross. You just like snipe shit. Oh my god. So you go double High Elves and double Sea Lord Iceland, and then max Sisters of Avalorn. Yeah, you need to be on the right map. If they have any place to hide, that build would just get wrecked. But on an open field map like Road to Talabheim, could be kind of good. Hawkland, very long rifles. Yes. Trollhammers. I love it. Yeah, so we got the magical Beastmen. Although Lord Chicken just switched over to Bretonia for some reason. I don't know why he did that. He's back to Beastmen now. And yeah, versus the Demonic Rats. Skaven Demons of Chaos. I like that. Skaven do have really good fire support. And some of the best, some of the best long-range fire support in the game, honestly. Jezzails and Globadiers, and their catapults are quite good. Mortars are not bad. So if the Demons of Chaos can protect your Skaven backfield and let you feast, I mean, that's could be worse. Triple Waywatcher would be really gross with Sea Lord. Yeah, that would be a really funny thing to see in action. It would be. I want to look at the builds, but I also know that they might be watching the stream. The boys might be watching, although it's not, there's no stakes or anything, just for fun, but yeah. Chosen of the Gods, Ushopti getting a range increase isn't a terrible idea. Yeah, you go like double Ushopti. You could have 2 Ushopti and 2 Boner Giants and give them huge range increases. Because what does that put a Bone Giant up to? If you give a Bone Giant Sea Lords, what is it, 50% range increase? So they would be like 600 range, something like that. I like that, actually. The Tomb Kings one might be really goated. 255 would go up to like 300 something on the Ushoptis. And yeah, not terrible. All right, I'm going to go get some water. Be right back, guys, and we'll keep chilling out. All right, I've returned. I don't think I missed too much, huh? Cygor's hurling boulders from a mile away. That's also another great one. Carrot says, I want to see the Blood Chalice of Bathora used to Giga Heal some Big Chungus Legendary Lord. Yeah, like Be'lakor, Scarbrand. Yeah, that's sick. The Blood Chalice of Bathora. Some dank combos. Yeah, Be'lakor with some healing he could be something. Yeah, he could be something. With double Tomb King army, I actually don't know how that works in 2v2 Lightbringer. Acelin and Khalida buff at the same time. Yeah, so you get like all Khalida's range buffs too. Blood Chalice Tamarcon. Yes, but Nurgle already has huge healing, so it's kind of like just reaching healing cap faster. I think like that combo works better with somebody who doesn't have access to healing. If I had to say. Players doing the big scheming on their builds, obviously. Can't wait for a triple Kasserkin. Are you saying for the 40k? Yeah. It can't. Oh man, I hope it. Yeah. They don't have an official release date for 40k, do they? Didn't they just say it's going to be like sometime next year? They haven't like said a date. I mean, I should know this, but I'm a little bit out of the loop. I don't think there has been a specific date that we've been given. This one shouldn't be too laggy. We have an RTK team versus an unaligned, a player undivided team here. So we got Navi and Dakai Wally. Both teams 1-0 out of the way. Are you always going to be casting Total War Warhammer 3? There will come a time where we're going to be predominantly focusing on 40k, probably. I mean, unless that game just is a complete flop and it sucks, and then that will prolong how long I cover this game for. But yeah, I mean, probably even down the road when we're primarily focusing on 40k, we'll still probably run some stuff for this game, just because it's such a classic. We'll have like show matches or like little surprise tournaments every now and then kind of thing. So yeah. What are the 2 lowest win rate factions? Skaven are typically kind of weak. On the weaker side of things, I would say. I would expect quarter 2. Yeah, I think that's a good guess, Boron. I think we're probably going to see 40k in the spring. Like March, April, May. Somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, March, April, May. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. So that'll be good. We'll have Dow 4 in Christmas and the holidays, and that'll tide us over, and we'll go from there. Do I still play Trench Crusade? Yeah, I'm playing tonight or tomorrow night. Yeah. And then we got Medieval 3 coming down the road. Yeah, we're going to be kind of spoiled in the Total War world. That's for damn sure, man. We're going to be eating well, hopefully. Do really want to peek at the builds here. Yes. What factions use artillery best? So dwarves are really good at artillery. Empire is very good at artillery. Cathay is good at it. Vampire Coast is pretty damn good. Yeah, those are some big, heavy arty factions. Who uses it the best? Like, Chaos Dwarves have okay artillery, but it's mainly just Deathstreakers. So I don't know if I would say they use it the best, since it's just that. Counts and Coast. Coast is getting all the guns. Death Guard getting... Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, Coast and Vampire Counts could be a very strong combo. It absolutely could. All right, the bottom team is ready. Demons, the Demonic Skaven, Navigator, and Dakai Wally are good to go. And now we're waiting to see what Charix and Chicken Feed are going to be doing next. I haven't played that game yet, Regicide, but I'm thinking about trying it. Kislev has a ton of potential allies they could be very good with. Like, Kislev can run Patriarchs and give, like, the AoE healing to any faction, so they can provide healing to any faction very easily. They have great artillery, really good mobility, powerful lords. I mean, yeah. Skaven do have okay artillery, yeah, but like Warp Lightning cannons aren't as good as cannons, in my opinion. And a Plague Claw catapults are decent. But yeah, they are an okay artillery faction. All right, guys, loading into the match. Thank you for your patience. It's kind of just like a podcast until the games go around here if you're new to the channel. Don't worry, though, in other RTS games, like Dawn of War, there won't be as much downtime because you just load in and build shit out. How to beat Chorfs with Bretonnia? Probably you go wide. You bring like peasant mobs, men-at-arms, Grail Reliques, some foot squires, get some peasant archers, and get like a Lewin type character with a Flock of Doomcaster who can also summon Manticores. Manticores go after artillery. You go wide and then call in Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant primarily to deal with like either the Kadai or the Knights Errant just to clear out the chaff units. It's going good. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that Grope. Not too much, though, but Gruppetto, a little bit here and there. It is a full Tzeentch Air Force, if my eyes do not deceive me. Yes. Players loading in. This is going to be the Blasphemous Snowfield. It's a very cool map. Yeah, it's going to be good. Oh, dude. I mean, the End Times is going to be insane. It's going to shake up the meta super hard. Like, it's going to be big. All right, guys, let's break it down. I'm almost like concerned in a way that like the factions that are going to get end time stuff are going to be so much better than like the more outdated factions, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, spawning in on the north side of the map, it is going to be the Demonic Rats. So, the Demonic Rat Alliance is going to be using the beloved, Tzeentch Pinks galore, backed up by Clan Rats. Interesting. So, we got Tzeentch Pink firepower, Clan Rat frontline, which is interesting, Ikit Claw, and a Herald of Death with Buna, Spirit Leech, and Tormentor Sword. We have a little bit of shooting in the back via Jezzails and the Dwarf Thing Menaced with the vanguard of, I would believe, Fleshhounds of Khorne and Eshin Triads. Oh, I kind of like this. We got the Eshin Triad vanguard here. Now, the other side is going to be Lord Chicken Feed and Charix. It's going to be Zangors in Mass Vanguard. Yeah, Zangor's really good against Demon, good against Skaven as well. Doom Knight's a disruptive diving piece, but also they do magic damage and anti-large, so they kind of are a hard counter against the Fleshhounds here, so that's really good. And then aside from that, oh my god, it's Khazrak the One-Eye, dude! Oh, yeah, everybody got to choose their partner, yes. Alright, so it's Khazrak the One-Eye, backed up by a Bray Shaman of Death. We have Razorgore Chariots, Village the Curseling, and a Lord of Change, and another Lord of Chicken in the back. So Charik's going for a very troll kind of bird build here. In the front, the Fleshhounds of Khorne engage against the Doom Knights, and they're probably going to have a pretty terrible time. Those Doom Knights are definitely going to be favored there, but they do have Triads in there as well. So the Triads will be okay there. Centaurs charge in, Zangors are going to be left in the meat of the fighting, and the Demonic Rats advancing up, while the Magical Beasts are going to be securing control of this objective, it looks like, and yes, they are, so they do get that point. Bombardment coming in, very sweaty micro from the Pride of Poland. Charix there, dropping a little something on those bad boys. So now these Doom Knights going to be sitting and looking for opportunities to die. But the Skaven guns will be online soon. And the Dwarf Thing Menace running over some of the magical beasts in the front line. Double blue fire coming out, going after Ikit Claw. So, of course, you do have the bound of blue fire on the Lords of Change and a Spirit Leech on Ikit Claw as well. Ikit Claw is going to be needing some healing. Oh, we don't have Fleshy Abundance. Oh, so there's no way to heal Ikit Claw. All right, that's going to be a little bit sketchy. All right, so the Demonic Rats advancing up to get their home objective right now, but the Magical Beasts are all over them right now, up in the sky. The Doom Knights and the Chariots waiting. Nice little Chariot charge there, but those spears were braced, and now the Herald's going to be moving in, and the Morse Guitar's Hellion, which is here for the Demonic Skaven, going to be helping to push those Chariots back. That's a lot of pink firepower coming in from Navigator as well. That's a hell of a lot of firepower, and it certainly will be devastating if it's able to kind of sit and shoot the entire game. So objectives 1 and 2 belong to the Magical Beast, and the Demonic Rats now are on the defense. Plague Claw Catapults being called out to shoot at these Angors. Not bad. Protecting them is going to be tricky. Here you can see Wally's going to be turning his Jezzails to shoot at the Doom Knights out on the flanks, as they are eating a little bit of power from the Sour Guts. But back in the front, the Magical Beast getting a nice little collapse with some Zangors, some Forsaken, and Kazrak the One-Eye is here, and so too is Village the Curseling. Village actually going fisticuffs, fighting against this this Morse Guitar's Hellion, which honestly is not a bad fight for him, considering the Hellion does not have good armor. All right, so how are we looking? Objectives 2 and Objectives 1 belong to the forces of the Magical Beasts. The pink firepower is very much online, but Charek's going to be diving his double Doom Knights in. So we got one Doom Knight in the front, one in the back, and gets a huge surround on those Fiends of Slaanesh. And Navigator's Fiends are just being taken to Pound Town really, really hard. That is brutal. That's like a 1,300 gold unit or whatever, right? Just going straight into the old trash can here. Lords of Change moving in, disrupting into the backfield, and so far it does look like the Magical Beasts are putting the hurt down. The double Doom Knight getting a massive wipe on those expensive units, and now what's going to happen is these Doom Knights can come clean up these pinks if they want to. And also Kazrak going balls deep. Apocalyptic Vision, him and his Razor Gore Chariots are straight Limp Biscuit rolling through this Demons of Chaos backfield, doing some brutal, brutal damage. And the Demons and the Skaven don't seem to have the meat to hold back a lot of these onslaughts in their backfield, but we'll see if it comes around. Charek's able to get some Forsaken on top of the Clan Rats, which will then be tying down the Blazing Squealers. Elsewhere in the front lines, the Demonic Rats are holding. They're holding the objective at the very least. Dwarfling Menace is doing good, routing off a lot of units, and the Plague Claw Catapults from the Demonic Rats in the back is doing some nice work against the Zangors here. But how long is that going to hold for? There is a KFC chicken back here, and it might have an opportunity to go shut this thing down. Now, back in the main line combat, we do see Flensing Rune going down. That's a really nice one. So Ikit Claw was able to get an overcasted Flensing Rune, and it hit both lords. It hit, I was about to say Chilix, or I mixed his name Village, or Charek's Village mix up. But yep, it hits Village the Curseling as well as Kazrak the One-Eye, and now the Herald of Death is going to be attacking into Village. Village, though, probably a little bit of a better fighter. Double Doom Knights, they have repositioned. I would imagine one of them is going to shut down the Jezzails here, and the other one is going to maybe go after the Herald up in the sky. We'll have to see how that all unfurls here. The home objective belongs to the Magical Beast, so too does the contested one, and over on Objective 3, it looks like Chadrak the One-Eye, as well as the Zangor hordes, are just overwhelming these rats. The rats and the demons not really able to hold up the front line. I can't help but think when you have Demons of Chaos on your team, that bringing a Skaven front line, it feels like a mistake to me, right? Like, I think you got to bring Plague Bears and let the Skaven be the carry pieces. Bombardment's going down, but again, microing everything, like microing against Charix and Lord Chicken Feed. These are two championship level players, pretty brutal. I think, yeah, they both have actually won major events, championship level events. So yeah, really, really scary alliance to play against. Navigator is also very good, and Wally's a strong tournament player as well. But that's tough. Triple Cap's going to be going down right here, guys. The Magical Beasts continuing to just rampage through the skies with these Doom Knights. And dude, he's got triple Doom Knights up in the sky, and they are just so punishing. There goes the Storm Demon. It looks like it's a bit of a swing and a miss. More Fiends being called out. Charix controlling the skies. Navigator going to be losing these Furies most likely, unless he decides to land on the ground. And Forsaken and Centaur is going to be reinforcing. While Kazrak the One-Eye just is such a menace, man. He's been doing so much work here, actually. Probably not a crazy amount of value, but he has been disruptive. And about 600 value. Pretty normal for Kazrak. I mean, the Centaur's here. Not going to last much longer, but Kazrak's going to need a little bit of milk there. And the Doom Knight Legion flying overhead. It looks like they are going to be afflicted by a Howling Warp Gale. But what's the follow-up going to be, right? You Howling Warp Gale them, they're snared, but like, if you don't have anything to shoot them, like Rattling Gunners or something to keep them honest, it doesn't really do a whole lot for you, you know? All right, so from here, what do? They could just take down the Catapult. It's a little bit dodgy. I think just killing the Fiends here is going to be the play. So the Demonic Rats, the Fiends in the backfield, going to get surrounded by all of the colorful fire of Tzeentch, and those Fiends going to get killed very quickly. There's also a monstrous SE here in the form of the Lord of Change. So backfield pressure is pretty gross. The Monstrous Beast continuing to crush in the front line. I really like the Beastmen just kind of dealing with the front line aggression. So Lord Chickenfeed has just been using Kazrak and Centaurs and Razorgore Chariots to crush the front line, while Charix has been devastating in the backfield, cutting off reinforcements. And yeah, looks really, really good. Ikit Claw is going to be running for the hills. The Knights of Immolation are going to now dive on him and take that bad boy offline right there. Doom Knights of Tzeentch getting dragged down, and they did do good damage, but yeah, the Fleshhounds and the Fiends were able to 2v1 them. But how much longer is old Ikit going to survive? I would imagine the Lord of Chicken is going to be able to get him. Is there anything on the flank objective for the Demonic Rats? It doesn't look like it. Definitely some unsummons need to go down right here. Unsummon and unsummon those guys. There you go. And aside from that, yeah, I think it's looking pretty good for the Demonic, or not for the Demonic Beast, but the Magical Beast, yes. Kazrak moving in on his Pimp Chariot, and obviously trying to target infantry. Charix still has some Doom Knights back here. Ikit Claw has rallied with like 1%. And now we do see the big dog himself. Village the Curseling has made it to the backfield, and he's just standing here collecting aura, as they would say these days, and just looking cool. But he should be given an attack order onto that thing if he could. But it's all good, not the end of the world. Triple cap, 1,000 points going to be coming in. Looking at the damage value, it's actually somewhat close in some ways. But again, the value tracker isn't really good with Tzeentch. For some reason, it doesn't track Tzeentch's value very effectively. Is there any way the Rats can get it back with their demonic allies? What do we have? We got some Fleshhounds, got Clan Rats all up in here, a couple Ogres mixed in with the more Fleshhounds. I mean, it is a little bit of pushing power, but with Ikit Claw being gone, yeah, there's Ikit Claw, guys. Dobi Zenda to you. We'll see on the other side. There's no way. I mean, the Herald is not like a carry character. He's good, and I do like the Buna. I think it's pretty good against like Sentis, good against Changebringers, things like that, but overall, it's just going to be too much. Yeah, it's going to be too much. Chicken Feed and Charix are just all over it right now. And they have managed to fold up the enemy army. I would wager that Navigator and Wally will tap out here relatively soon, probably in the next 30 seconds. I mean, you got to see the writing on the wall. Your opponents are probably up in value, although they could be tricked by the value tracker because it doesn't track. For some reason, it doesn't track a lot of Tzeentch's stuff accurately. It's very, very janky. So yeah, definitely could work on that, but I don't think they're ever going to, which is fair. You know, they've moved on to greener pastures. Hopefully we'll get it in 40k and it works well. Negative 17, negative 31. Leadership's going to be breaking there. More Doom players are coming out. And Village the Curseling is just trolling back here. He does have some Hound units, and it looks like the Plague Claw Catapult's going to be taken offline. He could drop Pink Fire here. Would be pretty nice on the Bloodletters and these bad boys. Yes, yes. But even if the Tzeentch Beastmen army were to go AFK right now, so let's say that Charix and Chicken Feed decided to go AFK. They just took their hands off the keyboard. I still think that they would win this game. I don't think the Skaven and the Demons have the means to even like push the AFK units off the objectives quick enough to get a win. With the 3 victory ticks per second, it's just a little bit too much here. And Village the Chadling, man, he's putting in some work back here. I like Village in some matchups. He's low to the ground. He's kind of like a Sigvald in the form of a caster. Doesn't have the healing, of course, but yeah, he's tanky, hard to snipe, and can be disruptive. You know, get those fat vortexes and grind it out. What abilities did he bring? He has the Treason of Tzeentch. Ooh, I like that. Treason of Tzeentch, negative 16 leadership against Skaven. Really nice, and also not terrible against demons. If you can get them low, you can crumble them really quickly with that. So that's a pretty dank little combo, I do dare say. All right, looks like some Witchcraft going down on the back. I think it's going to be, was that a Buna, a Spirit Leech of some sort? Regardless, Lord of Change dropping a blue fire, and the Morse Guitar's Hellion probably going to be close to breaking here. Negative 30 leadership, and we will see you on the other side, my sweet prince. As this giant KFC monster continues to harass and harry. Battlefield looking very heavy duty for Tzeentch and the Beastmen. And it looks like a huge wave of Clan Rats going to be heading over there, but they will meet a wall of Zangors. More importantly, they will meet a wall that is going to be the end of the game. So you know what? Players not leaving early today. Maybe it's because it's like a team thing, you know? But yeah, people really stay in the course. I mean, this is an incredibly one-sided affair here at the end, but yeah. I think they needed a more durable front line. The Skaven front line just did not hold, and yeah, that was tricky. I don't think that was the sole reason they lost, obviously. The Charix backfield harass was pretty brutal, and Kazrak just ripped up that front line. And arguably, Kazrak would have done the same thing against like a Plague Bearer front line. It just would have taken a little bit longer. But let's break it down. So Doom Knights, yeah, good value on those. The Chickens, they fought to the bitter end. So not bad. And Kazrak got 900. That's got to be a record for him. Chariots were disruptive and overall pretty classic. For Navigator, yeah, the Pinks didn't feel like they did the most. Fleshhounds did decently. The Deathcaster really good at 3,000 value there for Navigator. And yeah, rest of his build not bad at all. Skaven, you know, they did what they could. But, you know, I think if you're going to be the front line for the Skaven, you don't bring the Jazales. Yeah, maybe you just go like into some Storm Vermin even or something. I don't know. Could be an idea. GG, well played. That's going to be round 2 in the tournament. So let's go look at the brackets and see how far along we are. Looks like some of the games are just now wrapping up, which makes sense. So, yeah. This team was able to win. Svenska defeated Kartoffel and Trizik. And elsewhere, we have a couple other games still going. I know the one we just finished should be done here in a moment, which was this map, Dwarf Stank versus the Scryer Prince. And again, we're going to play 4 rounds, and the top 4 is going to advance out a couple teams from there. So I guess we should probably just advance the top 2 players, now that I think of it. I'm like, advancing 4 players into the semifinals, because there's only 5 teams, right? So probably what I will do is just advance just the top 2 teams and have them play, because I think advancing 4 teams, I mean, we could. How many teams do we have? We have 20 players. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 10 teams. Advancing 4 of those isn't going to be a problem. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay. So I think we are all set. All right, guys. Thanks for joining for today's 2v2 tournament. It's been very fun so far. And yeah, we carry on and get ready for the next round. Yep, that one is now done. So Charix and Chicken Feed should be doing well here. Standings. So Swiss standings. Oh, interesting. So that's because he's not in the event. Okay, so this is something we probably need to... The tiebreaker is the opponent's win rate. Averages the win rate of all the opponents faced, and the higher is the better. Okay. Interesting. You thought we were ending? No, we got a lot more. We got 4 more games to go, at least. Kazrak did okay, guys. He was not bad. Kazrak the One Eye, he stood and fought like an absolute Chad. He did. All right. For some reason... This is weird. Let me reset the chat. I'm not getting all the chat messages from both channels. So let me do that. Fix that up here, see if that works. Is it going to do it? There we go. Okay, now I can see all the chat. That was very strange. Aura farming he was. He really was. How can you participate? You just got to join our Discord, man, and be there for the announcements, and that's it. You just find somebody to play with, and that's that. If we're doing 2v2s, that is. If we are doing 2v2s. All right, guys. Looking good and tasty. No, we're not ending. No, of course not. Did it sound like we were ending? Did I give you that vibe? No. We're just getting started, man. We got a lot more sweaty action to have fun with here today. Okay, 1 second here. Just going to do a little bit of admin stuff. The standings area could be organized. All right, outstanding. Back to the brackets. Let's see what's up. Rounds. And yes, 2 of the games are done. We will do Team Silver Fox. They wanted us to watch them, so we'll see what they're cooking up next and see what forbidden elements are going to be afoot. Yeah, pretty fun, though. I would love to do actually 3v3 and 4v4, but one thing, domination maps aren't really made for that. You know, I guess we could make some custom ones that are a lot bigger. There are some dom maps that are really big, and you could do 3v3s on, actually. Yeah, I think we'd have enough maps so we could pull that off. But also the lag, it just becomes an issue. And it becomes a little bit sketchy. Okay, let's do this. And outstanding. Yeah, you got to see who has the most effective combo. I know the standing's messed up. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Now, what the hell is this? The chat is not keeping up on... Okay, I'm going to have to probably fix this OBS later on. Bannerlord co-op shenanigans soon. Maybe. I could be talked into it. I think that could be fun. The new Bannerlord stuff does look pretty rad. Aren't there some Dawn maps with 4 points? Yeah, like, I think Scalandir's Cave could be very good. Hashit's Oil Fields is a massive map. You could definitely do that one. Road to Talipime is really big as well. You could do that. And the armies would be smaller as well. Yeah, there are some. Yeah, very weird. Yeah, the chat thing is struggling right now. Let's just check there. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's have to do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, Lord Chicken Feet is in the tournament tonight. Yes, he pops out every now and then. He emerges from the shadows. You know, Chicken Feet does. He emerges in our hours of need, and when we need Chicken Feed the most, he rises. You know, that's how that goes. I don't think I've seen him be terribly active in traditional tournaments, but to be fair, you know, people burn out. They play for a couple years, and you know, it gets up on you. Okay. Okay, and it looks like the entire round is about done, except one team here. So we have the first and final boss, Martinius and final boss, versus the last minute bros. This is going to be Ajo. He's a really good Zinch player. And Ratism Empire Enjoyer. Yeah. So those guys will hopefully finish soon, and we'll go to the next round. You'd love to see the goat back? Which one, man? There's a lot of goats in this game. We have a lot. What is your Discord? Do you have any mods in chat who could drop a Discord link? If not, no worries. Here, Marshall, I'm going to give you this, brother. 1 second here. Perfect. All right, you have the power now, dog. All right, cool. So the round is done, and now we're going to be advancing to the next round of competition. Well played to the players, and thank you for getting it done in a timely manner. And cool. So let's go advance here. Admin, see if there's anything here. All right. And advancing the round. Advance. And that should be generating the next round here in a second. Let's give it a moment to load. And let's go to the rounds. Cool. So we got round 3, guys. GLH to the F. So goblins, round 3 is live. Good luck, have fun. Get those games going. All right, so the Silver Fox team wanted me to see what they were up to, so I will go see what their composition is going to be. So Silver Fox, Silver Snoot, lobby code, please. Lobby code, please. Thank you. All right, brother, send me a lobby code, and I'll see what you guys are cooking. I'll see what forbidden teams you're going to have. Yes. All right. Turn, if you ever go to decide to install, I have no idea what that is even, dude. Yeah, Fox, I will. You just got to give me a lobby code, man. Put a spectator slot. Prepare it for the party. I don't see your lobby right here, so I'm gonna need it. Hell yeah, Marshall's got it. Thank you, Marshall. You have the power, you do, dude. It's long overdue. I don't know why we didn't think of that before. Okay. Everybody, get your opponents, get your games going. I need a lobby code, so just DM me that, please. I see Charix's lobby. This round, you guys are playing who? You guys are playing Navigator and that guy Wally. I did already cast their game, but I will still cast it again. We'll see how they did it. Yeah, Dow did get delayed. It did. Yeah. Okay. So where are we? Looking for the lobby. I see the Charix lobby here. Let's refresh that. Okay, you guys need a lobby code. Or add spec slot, please. Let's see what they got. Yeah, Dow4 did get delayed. It got delayed until December, I think, is what it was. Extra evil. All right. Here we go. So this is going to be Zinch Chaos Dwarves. No, Zinch Beastmen again? Didn't we already do Magical Beast? Somebody else is doing Magical Beast too. Is this literally just going to be a run back of the matchup we just watched? It could be. If it is, are you guys Zinch Beastmen also? I just did that. If they're Zinch Beastmen also, we'll probably go to a different lobby and catch them later. I think they literally are it's the exact same matchup. Okay, so we're probably going to do a different game. We will do Martinius, and final boss. Martinius, lobby code, please. Make it to top 4. See you there. Okay, so Martinius, go ahead and send me a lobby code, please. It's literally the exact same matchup we just casted, so we're gonna do it. I want to get some diversity here. So final boss can do that, and great. So Martinius gets us lobby code. Let's check. Should have a spec slot open, and here we go. Yeah, December. It's a little ways off. Turin, have you ever conquered the whole Immortal Empires map? No, I haven't. No, I've never done that. I burn out on campaigns relatively quick. Like, for me, campaign, I like short victory conditions because for me, campaigns feel like they get to a point where it's basically just whack-a-mole, right? You're just like you have all the advantages. It's just like marching around and just playing whack-a-mole with annoying AI armies. You know, for me, that's not super fun. Yeah. Haven't played in a long while, but you guys give me the itch. The Sons of Sigmar will conquer all. Hey, it's always a good choice. We haven't seen any Empire. Empire brings a lot to the table, actually. I think like War Wagons can be really good in this format. Like having the Empire player go with like a mobility like sniping squad while you like, you know, provide more sustainable army. Yeah. Yeah, it's just too much to grind it out. Lizards with Empire could be fun. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they could fight together in lore too. Oh, Demons of Chaos and Coast. So Chaos Coast, we'll call them that. And then we have the gluttonous French over here. Yes, that's what's going to be going down. So Ogres Bretonia versus Demons of Chaos and Coast, and it's going to be on Hashit's Oil Fields, which is a massive map. This is honestly one of the biggest maps. Yeah. Oh, there's a campaign achievement for painting the entire world. Jeez. That's just so tedious, man. It's so tedious. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have it in me. I know some people like that. They like that completionist element of it. Just, I don't know. It's a bit much. Okay, so Ogres and Bretonia versus Demons of Chaos in Vampire Coast. I don't hate that. Like, Ogre's mobility is very expensive. So probably what you do is the Ogres handle the front line, and the Bretonian just goes mass cav with Grail Reliques. So Grail Reliques supporting Noblars and Pigback Riders, and then you have Lead Belchers. And from there, the Bretonian player handles all the mobility, right? With a Grail Relique and maybe like a big single entity squad, things like that. Sir, I would love to see you play WoW Hardcore. Final boss, it is a member of RTK, a very strong player. So we'll see what they got. I would do a WoW Hardcore thing. Yeah, I would do that at some point. It'd be fun to do like a push with like a bunch of you guys or something. I don't know who'd be interested, but you could make like a guild or something. But, you know, I would only want to do it for leveling. I don't feel like farming dungeons and things like that. If there was like a set goal, like clear Molten Core or whatever, sure. But beyond that, yeah, there needs to be like a set goal. Bretonians are really strong in 2v2. They are, but there's a lot of factions like that where they have like a big weakness that can be compensated for by the other faction. So far today, I think the strongest synergy I saw was Bretonia Nurgle. That was really devastating. Yeah, it was really devastating. I played Alliance. Yeah, pretty much always played Alliance. I played a Human Mage, Night Elf Hunter, Dwarf Hunter, a few other things, yeah. But Human Death Knight when they came out in Wrath. Wrath of the Lich King was the last expansion I played. You're up for it? Hell yeah, dude. Be fun. But I quit after Wrath. Yeah, I did the Arthas encounter. Called it a day. It was fun. For me, that was kind of like the culmination of it, right? You get like the Warcraft 3 story being concluded, and yeah. Alliance and armies, yeah. Yeah. That was part of the fun, right? Like, of the old WoW, was like how you had that really like the tribalism, you know, where like Alliance and Horde, and there was like a lot of like, you know, you always, you know, fought for your faction and were really like into it. I don't know if WoW was still like that, but that was like for me one of the most fun parts. Like, I remember there was a couple at my high school, there was some guys who rolled Horde and some who rolled Alliance, and then we all played in the same server, and when we'd see them, it was like, get them, you know. It was like, yeah, it's so fun. It's like that that element of it was, I think, some of the best parts. Britannia getting the Britannian ogres, man. It's time. Yeah, alliance with paladins. Yeah, it's pretty big. They definitely make things easier for the raiding and whatnot. I I really liked playing humans for one reason. I was a big PvP guy, so I liked playing human because they had perception and they could see stealth units easier. And I played a mage, so like being able to pick rogues and druids and other things out of stealth was so incredibly clutch. Now, wow, everything's basically the same. There's basically no difference. That's too bad. I see that takes all the salt out of it for me. You know, but not salt. The seasoning is what I meant to say, not salt. Yeah, yeah. The French ogres versus the Demon Coast. Yes, the Demon Coast. WoW is you're saying WoW is all kumbaya now. We just had a quest line about all elves and trolls should unite and new furry elves. Oh my god, what's going on? Yeah. I liked that like hostility between the two factions. To me that was like super fun. You know, like when you were in a questing zone in classic WoW and you saw somebody like my favorite were the contested zones, like where both sides had quests and you would like see someone else questing and then there's like this tense stare down before you decide if you're going to fight or not. It was like, oh man, that like getting that heart rate up, get that blood pumping. It was so fun, man. I love that. Yeah. Are there any dwarf chads tonight? I don't know if we've seen any dwarf teams. There might be. We haven't seen every team yet. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, it's greasing time. Holy shit. That is a grease pile right there, dude. Oh my god, no caster either. Let's go. I would imagine he will have one in reserve, but it is time to slather his opponents in grease. That is a true greasy build. Just mass ogre bulls with greases. Just about as unga bunga as it gets. Creating huge battles between factions and zones because you ganked someone and they brought their friends and then you bring yours was so fun. It is, yes. The Hillsbrad, yeah, Hillsbrad World PvP had some pretty epic. Like I remember back in like what 2004 it would have been just like Hillsbrad PvP, just like the two towns fighting with those towns there. God, it was so fun. Hey, take her all. WoW from 2003 was just different. It was. Those were the golden age of the game for sure. Yeah. Stranglethorn was so fun. I love Stranglethorn. Yeah, I agree. That was magical. Being like in your low, like mid 30s levels, fighting in Stranglethorn Vale, and like, oh, it was so epic. And so salt inducing too. Like, remember having to make those corpse runs in Stranglethorn Vale? Oh, it was just pain, dude. Yeah, and then there's the evil level 60 undead rogues just like camping you. Yeah, it's the best. It's always an undead rogue. The trolls are always undead rogues. Always. South Shore and Terran Hills. They made a PvP mode for it. Oh, did they, Marshall? I didn't know that. You're saying in one of the later games? I loved playing my Death Knight. That was super fun. I love the Death Grip ability. Like when they added the Scorpion get over here. It was so fun. How old am I? I was born in 1988, so I'm an elder creature. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Demonic Coast. The Demonic Coast has a Plague Bearer front line backed up by a Coast gun line. See, this is I love this shit. A Coast gun line, mass Coast gun line, 1-2, 4 handguns, 2 blunderbusses, and 2 deck gunners, with a Plague Bearer front line as well. All right, you gotta love it. And we do have the Shrieking Skyrays here. Celastra's going to be dropping some summons. And we have a Demon Prince with Burning Head and Cascading Fire Cloak. So just a regular Demon Prince here for Martinius. Now, for the greasing, guys, let's see what's cooking. It is going to be mass amounts of Ogre Bulls, backed up by Bretonnian Archers and Bretonnian Mobility. So Big B's has got Hippogriff Knights, Henri Le Massif, Alberic to give anti-large to the Fighting Ogre units, which is pretty cool. And some Lead Belchers very deep set. This is actually a really good 2v2 map because it's so big. It's going to be complementary to larger, armies on the field. Yeah, but it looks like the Demonic Coast is going to be advancing up and just basically grabbing Objective 3 and then Gunline pushing their way out there. Very, very pumped for that. That's going to be super fun. All right. You're organizing Magic Bulk? Oh, dude, I was doing that the other night. I can't decide on what Lord of the Rings deck to make, man. I'm like, I can't decide. The Hobbit added a lot of new cool stuff, but yeah. What? Okay, for all of you Magic nerds out there, a couple of you guys are lurking in chat, I'm sure. What deck would be the best deck to make between Lord of the Rings and Hobbit that is based around the ring tempting mechanic? I just want a deck where I can slam my Nazgul in and play them. So I'm trying to think what would be the best one. Would it be Frodo, Sauron's Bane? Yeah, let me know, homies. But who would... Are you saying the Grixis Sauron? Yeah, I made that deck. I did make that one. So Grixis Sauron. Okay, so that's just the way. Maybe I got to rebuild it. We'll see. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle is on. The Grease Father is here. This guy looks like... I've definitely seen some Americans who look like this guy. I have seen creatures like this. When I got into bread making, my belly was quite close to looking like that. Hey, Turin, weird question. Do you have a day job? So I do YouTube full time. But before I did YouTube, and even in the early days while I was doing it, I did have a 9 to 5. I worked as an athletic director. So I ran sporting events and tournaments. For IRL sports, yes. So, guys, it is on. Let the boy watch. And the battle is going to be erupting here soon. We do see the Chunguses grabbing Objective 1, Objective 2. And the Bulls are going to be on parade, arriving here, and might be able to even wrestle this objective as well. Okay, last question before I focus on commentary. What was my favorite sport? My favorite sport to run tournaments for... I really like the flag football tournaments. Those were super fun that I used to run. But yeah, my favorite sport in general, I love watching mixed martial arts. But as I've gotten older, I feel a little bit bad for some of the guys watching them because I just know that they're going to have a hard time later in life. I'm just like, oh man, it was the same thing for football. Like, I played football for 9 years, played running back, strong safety, and it's just like, now when I think back on it, I'm like, dude, like, all these guys playing are going to have traumatic brain injury and just have a really hard time later in life, especially in fighting. In football, it's like at least they're being compensated well, but in MMA, they just get paid so poorly. I feel so bad for the guys sometimes, but I still love the sport. But yeah, mixed martial arts. Yeah, I think might be one of my favorites. I love hockey too. I love watching hockey. Football I used to watch pretty religiously, but not anymore. But anyways, rant over for the day. And so it begins. Yes, yes. The ogres have postured up with their Bretonnian allies, so the gluttonous French have just planted their feet and are waiting for the, I love this, the demonic coast. Look at that plague bearer front line with a mass amount of guns. That is so fun. That is so fun. Yeah. Those guys are going to be cruising on up, and obviously you can't win on just one objective. So the demonic coast of Martinius and final boss is going to need to advance and get another objective here. And what's happening is that the French ogres are pulling back, and they're just like, hey, come get this objective, and then we're going to swarm you. And then we're going to unleash the grease on you. The Grease Father will come in. He'll do his business, and we are going to see what is cooking. All right, on the backside, a couple blood vultures getting ready to envelop the gun lines. That's basically what's happening right now. We see the ogres getting their air force in to try and shut down this gun line, but it's not going to be easy. Demons with Furies and with, you know, Shrieking Sky Rays and the Demon Prince and Fiends are going to be very, very good at protecting this backfield. It's going to be hard to break. It's going to be very difficult. The cannon's moving up. And so far, you know, both armies having a bit of a standoff. Furies are going to be maneuvering around the outside. Bretonnia also with its Royal Hippogriff Knights. Got to watch out with these guys. Make sure they don't get Last Samurai down there. They absolutely could. And, yep, there's Alberic. And Alberic will give anti-large to the Blood Vultures. That's kind of dank. Suddenly, Alberic giving bonus first large of 12 to Blood Vultures. I mean, that's actually really nasty. They're going to trade well into, like, the Fiends and into the other big threats that maybe are going to be trying to protect the backfield. So there is that. All right, guys. Massive onslaught. The Bretonnians, the French ogres, gathering their forces and preparing for the Alpha Strike of the Gods. Are they going to be able to break this formation? And it looks like the Horn of War has been sounded. The Grease Father rubbing his fat belly as the boys move in, and now the Deck Hunters are going to be unleashing. So fire everything. This is what their game plan is going to be for these guys. Up in the sky, Alberic going to be clashing with the Demon Prince. Meanwhile, the Blood Vultures are going to be circling around the back. One of them going to be diving on top of the Deck Gunners, or trying to, but they do engage versus the Shrieking Skyrays. Alberic getting lit up, though. The guns for Final Boss here and for the Demonic Coast are zeroing in on Alberic, and he has got to watch out, homie. He could take a lot of damage if he's not careful. So Demon Prince popping Cascading Fire Cloak, and the Ogres see that their French homie is in trouble, and they are going to move in and start taking these Blunderbusses to Pound Town, as Burning Head does come down as well. And, oh, did he just Burning Head? Oh, that must have been a Burning Head from the Ogres, from a Fire Belly. I was going to say, he wouldn't fire Burning Head his own units. All right, so the gun line being dove very heavily. We do see Pegasus Knights diving in. Ogres are breaking through the front line a little bit, but some of them are also being shot off the objectives and being kept in check. Deck pole arms are coming in, so the deckhand mobs are here with their pointy sticks. And also some bloodletters are being called out. They're trying to hold the front line a little bit. Much of the gun line is compromised, though. These guys are dead. These guys are dead. These guys are cooked. Cooked right here. Cooked right here. Cannons are pretty much the only thing that is still online here. So it does look like the French Ogres have had a pretty good degree of success getting in. And now a lot of anti-large. Alberic as well as Henri Le Massif are going to be hunting the Demon Prince. He was a good fighter, mind you, but Alberic is better in those anti-large fights, especially with Henri Le Massif. That's going to be a pretty nasty amount of pressure. And now the French Ogres are going to be advancing up, and they are going to be grabbing objective number 3 right here. So they're going to get that and starting to flip the capture weight and put a little bit of hurt down to the Plague Bearers. We'll have to see. But I can't help but think that the fighting has gone better for the French Ogres. They have all the objectives, and the value does appear to be a little bit better for the French Ogres here. We'll have to see. All right, the battle is on, ladies and gentlemen, and Solastr Deerfin is going to be battling it out versus the Greasefather. But Greasefather, oh my god, Massacre and Flaming Sword of Ruin on Greasefather. He is laying a hammering down on Solastr. She's losing a lot of HP. Looks like she's going to be trying to drop a crap summon right there to get it done. Let Ogre. The Let Ogres. Yeah, the French Ogres are putting the pressure on, man. The Bretonnian Archer line also very, very good value here for Big Bs. They are all shooting. Every single one of them is shooting and not being disrupted at all. The triple cap needs to happen quicker, and it looks like the French Ogres are going to get this right now as they have Bulls coming up, Pigback Riders. They should be able to flip that objective and definitely should put more of an effort on this. Big old pit fight going down here. Grease's Goldtooth, Flaming Sword of Ruin, Henri Le Massif, and Alberic. I mean, a little bit surrounded. There are some demons around them, but for the most part, they have the advantage. Just Shrieking Skyrays and some Fiends, all of whom are going to be suffering at the hands of the Greasefather. Now, the Demonic Coast calling out Seekers of Slaanesh. No Boob Snakes are in the mix, so we're not seeing Boob Snakes here. Those guys going to be creeping on in there, trying to help Solastr out of that rough fight. This objective still not being flipped, so I do think this is a misplay. The Ogres really should focus on stealing this objective with the French and get that done. Because, yeah, there's no reason to let them have that. Now, in the middle, Depth Guard polearms do arrive, and they are going to be wrestling that objective. Could we see a comeback from the Demonic Coast? Definitely need to get some points on the board, so flipping that objective. Oh, he chases off the objective. Definitely a big mistake right there. In the meantime, in the back, the Greasefather and his Bretonnian allies continuing to grind down the demons. Solastr is going to be on the run at the moment. And where the hell did the Demon Prince go? I'm pretty sure the Demon Prince just died. Yeah, I'm looking around the battlefield. I'm not seeing Homie at all. So he looks like he's just in the trash. Looking at the Shrieking Skyrays, for example. No, those are Scurvy Dogs. I'm pretty sure the Demon Prince is just out of the game. All right, they need to sit down and capture this objective. Really, really just to ensure they win. Here we got Depth Guard polearms causing a little bit of havoc against the Bretonnian Cav of Big Bees, but they are going to be eating a lot of arrow fire, and even though they do have armor, they don't want to be getting shot by volume fire. They're unshielded, so those shots will just be only mitigated by armor. Unsummoning needs to go down as well. Definitely need to unsummon these bad boys. And elsewhere on the battlefield, guys, the Peasant Bowmen continue unleashing their salvos and generating a ton of value. Again, big mistake not flipping this objective. I mean, all it would take is moving a couple of your AFK units up onto the objective there, but not the end of the world, but it would seal out the game a lot quicker and potentially break the morale of your opponents. Greasefather just greasing it up here, battling versus a bunch of Scurvy Dogs, which isn't ideal for him, but he will be able to clear through them eventually. He hits very, very hard. So, yeah, he'll be able to break out one of these years. Depth Guard are making their way back to this objective. Blood Belchers are also shooting at them. They do get afflicted by poison and are at the brink of crumbling right now. Some Bretonnian Cav are going to come over and make sure that objective doesn't flip. The Haggard 3 Lead Belchers putting in work, and the Knights are going to be trampling them from the back, and negative 29 leadership is going to be sending them off to the crumbling realm. All right, the French Ogres have not been able to get objective 3 yet, but I don't think it matters. I think they're just focusing on trying to kill their opponents, and that's one way to play, you know. One of the most effective ways to win is just to remove your opponent from the game. Player removal, as they call it in Magic. Crumbling down, 4 models left. I don't think they're going to flip it. Pegasus Knights are on their way up. Could easily clean up these hounds and save those archers. And it looks like they, despite how bad they don't want to capture this objective, they might just get it eventually. But yeah, they got to move back on that. It's absolutely a mistake. Firebelly's heading back there to secure it. The Grease Father and Alberic. Man, yeah, Alberic giving anti-large is a very big thing. Honestly, in 2v2, I think Alberic might be one of the best lords in the entire game. His ability to give 12 bonus first large to so many different unit types across different rosters is just insanely good. But yeah, at the end of the day, the Demonic Coast was not able to protect its gunline, and that's what really cost Martinius and Final Boss. The gunline did pay the iron price, was not able to stay online against the Onslaught. Ogres are a pretty good diving faction. Bretonnia can as well, and it looks like that's going to be a tap out here as the grease inning does continue, and there's nothing else. Yeah, just a couple Haggard units coming back in. Martinius leaving, but I don't know why Final Boss hasn't left yet. Maybe they're not in Discord together. Like, you'd think if they were together, they would be communicating like, hey, you know, we're dropping out here. But we will see. All right, folks, objective number 2 is flipping, and this objective, dude, they're just allergic to getting this objective, bro. If the French ogres had gotten this objective, they would probably be on the brink of winning right now. It would just be like over. Yeah, man, they're just not doing it. All right. Hey, creepy reading, what's going on? Talking about Gotrek and Felix, dude? Yeah. Gotrek, and if you guys want to get into Warhammer Fantasy, the Gotrek and Felix books are the GOAT. They give you a taste of so many different parts of the Warhammer Fantasy world, and the cultures, and the villains, and the heroes. You know, you get Belagar in there. You eventually, I believe, you meet Teclis. You know, there's going to be interactions with the Empire, Khalida. It's so fun. It's so fun, man. Yeah. Nasty, nasty. You think Marienburg gets added at some point? I don't think so. I think... okay, other factions I think we could see added to the game would probably be, yeah, probably Mucione. I could see Mucione getting added to the game as like a playable faction someday. Yeah. Maybe like an FLC, like Bretonnia with a couple undead units, you know, that'd be fun. All right, yeah, so the grease worked. I mean, he was able to really swarm and have brutal capture weight. The Blood Vultures were very clutch. The Bretonian diving was very clutch. I loved these builds. I thought they worked out well together. I was a little bit suspicious about the mass ogres, but they ended up doing quite well. And yeah, for this build, they just couldn't defend their gun line. The gun line was pretty much crumped in like a matter of like 30 seconds. And that was it. That was basically all she wrote. GG, well played, ladies and gentlemen. Now let us go ahead and get into the next game. Nothing too crazy to look at here. And go from there. All right. So let me check the brackets. Wow, that was actually the last game. Well played to all the players getting those games going quick. And yeah, there was some MVP burning heads. There really was, Marshall. Yeah, those are some thick ones. All right. So going to the tournament standings. That round is done. Oh no, we're waiting for Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers versus Charix and Lord Chicken. So when they're done, we advance. And then it's going to be the 4th and final round of regulation. At which point we're going to go to the top 4 to see who will be the mighty champion for today. All right, so we're going to hang for a minute, guys, and enjoy each other's company while we wait for this to come out. And we're going to do it. And there we are. Cool. Good times, man. Turin, should we get a Slanesh Lord who's morbidly obese and carried around in a palanquin? I mean, they already have that in Age of Sigmar. Yeah, they have the... Let me do this. Pull it up here. All right, and there we are. I think it's Sigmar, Chaos, and we have the Hedonites of Slanesh, which is a great name, by the way. The Slanesh models look really good in Age of Sigmar. I love the Prince Sigvald. He's literally just Hansel from Zoolander. But you have this guy, the Lord of Gluttony. Yeah, he's pretty great. He's like just a fat chungus being pulled around on a. You know what would be really funny with this model? Would be to kit bash him into like an American Walmart shopper. That'd be so funny. Holy shit. Like a hardcore kit bash. You know? And just like get them all like, oh my God. You could just make this guy a powerful American kit bash. That'd be so funny. Just put some like NASCAR stickers on the side here, you know? Oh my God, it'd be great. I think I might actually... Oh my God, I'm going to talk to my wife. She could actually maybe do that. That'd be so funny. Holy shit. Oh my God, make a whole Slanesh army like that? Yeah. Wow. That's pretty hilarious. Something to think about, right? Kit Bashit into Steven Seagal. Yeah, yeah. You guys remember that old website? I don't even know if it's still around, but when I was in college, the website was emerging called People of Walmart, which was pretty great. You just go to it, and it was just like the most gnarly, like Walmart situations you would see. Yeah, I know, gear. I think I had the prices set on something else though. I think it had it on a different country, but all right. Cool. So let's see how we're looking on the round. Are we all done? No, they're still going. Yeah, they're still going. The people of Walmart. Yeah, it's great. Hey, Aiden. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate it. And it looks like Charix and Lord Chickenfeed were defeated. So the stinky Nurgle Bretonnian alliance is still undefeated as of today. Yeah. All right, guys. So let me advance this. Looks like the round is all done. And then we go here and we advance the round. Advancing. Cool beans. All right. And round 4 should be up. So if you guys are in the tournament, this is the last round. Looks like one of the teams did drop. I think someone did drop here. Let me check. Okay. No problem. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab an ally, and we're going to play against Pope Patty and Hobo Hunkers while the rest of the rounds go. Just so they don't have to sit around. Okay. Tournament chat. Hobo Hunkers. No, here we go. Next round is live at Goblins. I'm glad you had fun, Legend. Yeah, thanks for playing, dude. All right. So from here, because of the bye round, turn game, I'm feeling the itch a little bit. I wanna throw some hands in here. So now, here we are, and I'm gonna invite Hobo Honkers and Pope Patty to this game. Pope Patty and Hobo Hunkers. All right. Let's do it, and we're going to go to domination mode, and the map for the round is going to be what? It's Chateau de Roquefort. Okay. Chateau de Roquefort, and I need an ally, so whoever wants to join me, first come, first serve, get in here and play. You just need the Total Tavern map pack, and we're going to play a little 2v2, which is going to be a good time. Hey, seriously, thank you for becoming a channel member. It's a great way to support the channel, brother. Thank you. Helmsmiths of Hashut. Yeah, they have some cool models. I still like the vintage. My favorite era of Chaos Dwarf minis were the Legions of Asgore. I think they're the best ones. They look so for that's what my army is in tabletop. It's Legions of Asgore. Oh, Marshall, get in here, dog. Yeah, who cares? We're just having fun. There's no stake, no pressure. So Marshall's going to be my ally. Hey, Spiller, let's do that. Hold on a sec. Marshall, Spiller just joined. Hang on, let me message you, Marshall. Add someone. Well, you want? Okay, cool. So it's going to be me and Spiller. And perfect. Oh, where did he go? He left. Oh, never mind. I guess he did not want to play. Okay. So Marshall will be my teammate then when he gets here. And we're going to do a little 2v2 action. And now we got... Okay, perfect. Standing. All right, so this is Marshall on my team. Sad Brian. And then we got Pope Patty needs to get his teammate in here. I'm sorry, Spiller. We could do a 3v3 if you want. Yeah, sure. I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, no worries, man. Okay. Okay. Come, it shouldn't be full now. And okay, so what do we want to play, Marshall? What do you feel like playing? On a voice or chill? Up to you. I'm gonna go get my headphones, guys. LBRB. All right, lads. So I'm gonna get Marshall on voice. Here we go. And we'll come up with the Forbidden Alliance. We will. Okay, so let's give you a call. Okay. Yo, man, how's it going? You ready to party? Can't hear you at the moment. I'll let you know when I can.
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Hey, great.
Hey, man. So what do you feel like? What are your favorite factions? Who's your main squeeze?
So I like and greenskins.
Did you say Tomb Kings?
Warriors of Chaos and greenskins.
Okay.
And corn.
Okay. Pick one of those, and I'll pick around you. Whoever you feel like playing. And
Who are they playing? They're playing Brett and Nurgle.
We have to counterpick them. It's the only way we have a chance.
Oh yeah, no. Well, we're gonna get crushed anyway. Dude.
Yeah, just play dirty.
It's gonna
dude.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to cheat them.
So I'm thinking, if you wanna go Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah, I'll go walk.
Okay, I'm gonna go Empire. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm thinking about some like wagon shenanigans to just snipe the Bretonian Cav. The Nurgle infantry blob's going to be hard to deal with for sure. Oh man, how do we deal with that? I mean, we could get like a hell cannon and try and protect it. Maybe like Soul of Damnation or something, just to like pound into the Nurgle blob. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Do they have good? They don't really have great anti-large. Well, they might with Bretonia. They might do that.
Yeah, it could be Alberic, so yeah, it could absolutely happen. But yeah, they don't have something. But what you need to watch out for is the Unholy Hand Grenades.
Yeah.
And Hobo and Pope, you guys, you should not be on stream right now. Don't watch our builds. Don't do it. Oh yeah, this is the way, dude.
Valkia, and do you want me to go like Nurgle caster?
Hey, Nurgle caster is always goated. Yeah, it's always very good. But I can bring a life caster too, though. So like Burning Head might be better, just on like the Nurgle infantry. But they might go super heavy to throw us off as well. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, more healing couldn't hurt.
Yeah, no, healing is like one of those things in this game that's just always good, you know.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh, I put him on a rot beast.
Rot beast, dude. Let's go. So we'll get a couple of these, and then maybe, I think maybe two of those guys are going to be fine. Yeah, not bad. I'm digging it. And then, yeah, some like chaff-centric front line wouldn't be bad, just to kind of hold it down for us.
Yeah, I'll do some.
Okay.
What map is this? I don't know if I know this map.
We're on Chateau de Roquefort. It's
oh yeah. Yeah, this is like a flat one, isn't it?
Sort of flat. It's got like these like little like slopes that you go up. So the Luminarch might actually not be the best pick here, now that I think of it, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna.
I might go just Chaos Warrior frontline.
Yeah, dude. You can never go wrong with the old classics, you know.
Yeah.
Can never go wrong with that. All right, so Lord Choice. Who do we want to do? Franz is good. Toddy's good. Probably gonna go Toddy. Crush the Weak. Keep that and get you on the big guy.
Oh, they cut the. Okay, I see.
What are you worried about there?
Should I start off with the Hell Cannon, or should I bring that?
Yeah, you can start off with it. Definitely get some Hellstriders with anti-large in reserve. Yeah, get the anti-large ones.
Yep. Yeah. Should I get Rot Knights too?
Yeah, Rot Knight ROR is great choice here. It's good. It's good against both factions. I love the Hell Cannon pick. I think that's really good. Yeah, we're
Forsaken or
goated. Yeah, they're really good. And maybe switch the Hellstriders to anti-large. Aiden, thank you. Really appreciate the donation.
Are they not the anti-large ones?
No, those are the infantry ones.
Yeah.
Thoughts about the end? I'm very excited for the end time stuff, man. It's going to be not only refreshing for the campaign, but I would imagine for multiplayer as well. Yeah.
Let's see. What do we need to wrap up? Maybe some.
Let me look at your army. We probably, you know what you could bring is like one big anti-infantry monster. You could like slap in a Mutalith Vortex Beast. So like late game,
I was looking at that.
Yeah, you could like Mortis Engine down the like the Nurgle Blob in the late game once we stabilize. And if you have the micro forward, a Dreadmaw could be good too. Like just getting it up on the Bretonnian archers or having it fight in a blob, but yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I've never used.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used one of them before. Is the ROR Mutalith any good?
Yeah, they're both good. It's just, you know, it depends on the flavor, which one you're feeling. Yeah, you can go ROR. He's awesome. He just has an activated ability.
It's just really expensive if I have the rotting.
Yeah, you can go for the Mutalith, the basic one, or just none at all. I mean, we do have some anti-infantry. I have some grenade launcher action, but yeah, that is kind of a weak point of our armies a little bit.
Yeah. Let me see.
You could go for months if you want to just go like a little more budget friendly. You could go armored chaos trolls, but
I was about to say I could get some chaos knights and then trolls.
Yeah, the chaos knights are kind of probably lackluster here though, because they'll get wrecked by the rot knights from Nurgle and by plague drones and also by most of the Bretonnian cav. Trolls are very flimsy, but they can put in work too. They absolutely can.
Yeah.
Now, whatever you feel like for the rest of it, man. Treat yourself, bring something cool.
Blood Beasts?
Hell yeah, dude. Blood
Beasts good.
Blood Beasts might arguably be better than Trolls here, because they're higher leadership, so they don't turn and run so quick.
Well, I used all my...
You're fine. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
Yeah. And then I might just get some...
Yeah, looks good to me.
Like some... Yeah.
Throwing axes are good in this matchup. They're good.
Yeah.
All right, big dog, you ready to go?
Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta use a cool icon. What's the coolest icon?
For Warriors of Chaos, oh man, you have so many to choose from, dude. Yeah, the purple one. That looks sick.
Yes, the purple one.
Yeah. Let's do it, man. It's go time. Tammy with Albera could be so evil. Yeah, giving Tamaricon anti-large, yeah. So this is going to be hard, but let's maybe deploy to like the west away from the tree line so we don't get ambushed, and we can move towards objective 1 and then slowly push towards objective 2. I think could be the game plan. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a sweaty one, dude. Yeah, website stuff's working great, man. It's so cool. You just like 2v2 Swiss tournaments and yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's working pretty well. Nothing like super major breaking.
Yeah. No, it's been smooth, man.
There were some stuff during testing, but we've fixed most of it. So
yeah, we've made our rounds, dude. Okay, let's do this. So I'm thinking we deploy over here because we want to fight them more in open field, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can put my cannon in between both to cover them.
Sounds good. Yeah, the cannon should be like right back here. So they can't reach it as much like easily from over here. And then it's also right on top of the spawn point. Yeah, that's good. Like, because they're likely going to control this side of the battlefield, the objective 3, and they'll collapse from there. So we want to make them run further, right? All right.
Is that a Luminar?
Hell yeah, dude. Well, if they just have a Nurgle blob and they're just sitting there, then Luminarking the characters could be good. Yeah.
Dude, you know what they probably did? They probably went like full Air Force.
Yeah, we're probably just going to get wrecked. It's going to be a disaster.
Yeah. It's going to be bad.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's advance on up.
All right.
Okay. It depends if they were evil stream snipers watching us build our armies. I didn't run a blocker, so...
I don't think they're not that
I don't think so either. Okay. Yeah, they deployed on the opposite
trolling
side.
with a huge Air Force would be something that... Okay, like Routing Riders...
It's mass mobility, actually.
Two Chaos Knights of Nurgle.
It's mass Nurgle mobility, okay. Which wagons are actually good against, so... Sigma calls! Alright, let's grab these objectives. Okay, so homie's gonna move up. So we got
So I
Tamarcon.
might.
Yeah, Hell Cannon, you can just take pot shots at the characters, because it does have tracking, so. But if they're really good at dodging, then we'll tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Engineer got him, dude. Wonder if I can hit you. Let's see. Probably going to have some line of sight issues, so no, I'm going to save the ammunition. Yeah, they're going to dodge a little bit too effectively, probably. But the wagons are doing good. Let's get up and get this objective, brother. The Lumi is going to be chilling. I'm going to start shooting at Tamarcon.
Oh, did you hit?
Yeah, the wagons got him, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get you guys out. Some of the best Hell Cannon shots for you, though, are going to be either Bretonnian good quality Cav or the, what's it called? The Foot Squires. Foot Squires are really...
Slayers?
Yeah, Foot Squires are juicy targets, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We put the fear in him a little bit here, you know? This is good.
Oh, my guy's stuck moving up. Oops.
I'm going to net down Lewin if he stays here. Get him. Oh, I got him with the net.
Oh,
Okay, let's see if I can
Hit him.
Luminarch him.
hit him.
Oh, yeah. he's getting blasted, bro.
Should I Rancid Visitation him?
No, it's not worth it, yeah. He's going to live. He has Lion Shield pop, so he's taking, like, minimal damage. All right, that was good, though. That was good. Like, little trades like that are great. All right, let's back up. We want to fall back off the objective because we're going to lose the Tamarcon, so just kite. Like, pull your army off. And just go Gremlin mode, because, yeah. Tamarcon's here. So despite Lewin healing a lot, that's still good, because we did a lot of damage. Kind of one of the schools of thought of domination mode is, like, if we want them to pull back and have to overextend on the objective before, like, make them come further, right?
Yeah.
So far, really good, though, man. This is actually very good trading. Yeah, Tamarcon losing a bit of health. I'll go get the Luminarch up there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and just shooting at those, like, Nurglings, for example, is good. Just get some free value where we can. And let's shoot at Tamarcon. They're going to do, like, a full court press on us, though, for sure. It's going to go down.
Yeah. Because their Cav is in the woods still.
Yeah, we have Demis waiting, though, and Rot Knights. Like, we're not going to be helpless against it. We're definitely going to be forced back, though. Okay, let's get Lewin. Yeah, really line of sight issues on this. Let's see if it'll shoot. There we go. Nice. Ooh, got Tamarcon with the frickin' sniper Luminarch. If we win this game, we basically just win the tournament, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll just put us in the final and set it the winner.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
They're playing a very cautious game. I got Purple Sun, too, for the blobs. Oh, rip the shot against Tamarcon. Don't let him get behind the tree. Oh, he's going to get behind the tree. The dirty dog. Oh, no, he went out from under the tree. Okay.
Bringing up some Forsaken to clear out chaff, too.
Yeah, any sort of harass is good. All right, now let's snipe you. Here comes the onslaught, by the way. It's going to be a lot.
Good.
Spirit Leech you. And Tamarcon. They're going to heal a lot. Okay, now the Luminarch can pull back a little bit. They called in some Furies on the backside to probably try and shut down your Hell Cannon, so just be privy to that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just kind of play uber defensively. Yeah, we can let them like have the objective and stuff for now. Okay, let's get you over here. You're gonna come here and here. Here they come onto the artillery. Move. Yeah, I can protect your artillery. I'll send some of my demis back there.
Yeah, I've got Hellstriders.
Cool. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I like to hear. You're gonna come out there. Chad Striders are so good, dude. All right, so you got that protected then?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Luminarch's gonna get on Tamarcon. And I don't know where we Purple Sun yet. Demogorgon Knight smashing those guys up. Hitting Tamarcon pretty good. Let's shoot these guys, and then the Luminarch should probably try and net them if you can. Or just shoot here. Yeah, no, he's going to pull back. Yeah, trading's going pretty well here. That is for sure. They seem to be bleeding a lot. Killing Tamarcon's going to be incredibly difficult, but he is getting Luminarched pretty good. Let's go ahead and net him down. Toddy's going to go bash you. I got Tammy netted. I have Empire Knights to protect your Hell Cannon. Nice, dude. Nice. Tamarcon's getting lit up really good right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna overcast Rancid on him. He's dead.
Yeah,
He's
now's a
gonna
good time to do it, honestly. That's pretty good. Don't know if we're going to get him, but let's find out. He's definitely one of the harder characters in the game to kill. Okay, the Luminarch is shooting. Purple Sun's going to go down right there. Okay, so at the very least he's healing cap, so he shouldn't be too big of a variable going forward. Ooh. Wow, yeah. Alright, so Tamarcon's in the pits. How's everything else looking for you, Big Boss?
I'm fighting Leon, but our infantry is starting to fail.
Yeah, that's okay. If we can just outvalue them super hard, then we'll be cooking. Okay, I'm probably going to need to pull you guys around, do this, and get you here. Toddy, in the meantime, is going to come over here, and let's get you guys turning around there. Perfect. Can't reach him even with
Leon
overkill.
was dead.
Tamarcon, yeah, we're probably not going to be able to. You can chase him with Valkyrie, actually.
And Leon.
Oh, Lewin's almost down too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Fight those Grail Knights. You guys come over here. Yeah, a lot of big scaries. Let's move you guys back this way. Finish off those Rotting Riders. I think we got to call in something here to fight these guys. Yeah. Spirit Leech, Luminarch, and Wagons. The fact that we've been able to hold on to that outside objective is incredibly clutch, by the way. Super nice. Yeah, look at Tamarcon and Lewin just ducking tail and running there. It's pretty funny. I'm going to need to unsummon some stuff. Sending a lot of capture weight over there. Okay, you guys keep duking it out. Shoot these guys.
On foot.
Damn, Chaos Knight's back here. Such a menace. Okay, so we have a lot of time to recapture points. We definitely, I think, have beaten them down pretty good value-wise. Sent you guys down. Wagons there ran into some hard times. Gonna need to unsummon you. Your Hell Cannon has got to be getting a ton of value, by the way.
I hope. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, man, I forgot all about Toddy. He's over here just dying. Okay, let's come see if we can rescue Toddy. Come on, get out of there. And you guys charge the Rotting Riders. Come through here. All right, Toddy. You can do it. Score some goals, buddy. All right, and back this way. So State Trooper Tide is going to get wrecked by those Foot Squires. Okay. Push back here. The Deathcaster does have Purple Sun. We need to save that for other fights. What the hell are these? These are just Chaos Knights? Okay. Yeah, it's going to be hard to kill these guys, actually. Okay, Toddy, let's come down here. Peel off these Chaos Knights if we can. I don't have a great answer for this. Let's get some grenade launchers there. Shoot there. You guys guard them. Okay. All right, brother. The fight continues. Their lords are very low.
Yeah.
Tamarcon just waiting in the bushes in his natural habitat.
They've got us capped hard, though.
They do, unfortunately. They do.
Yes.
Let's give this some ammunition, actually, and have it shoot a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, and that wagon's going to break there. Sad face.
Oh, they just called it a greater unclean one. Oh no.
That could be worse for us. Yeah, the problem is getting the objectives for us here. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
His value is pretty close, all things considered. Grenade launchers move up, move up. Let's see if we can surge. Get up the field. Let's get those Chaos Knights offline. You are going to purple sun here. Charge. Hopefully that will break them. We'll see. Nice. All right. I got some troopers moving up. Probably going to have a hard time breaking through.
Yeah, I got my guys moving up on that side.
Sounds good, man. That's what I like to see.
I got some more Chaos Warriors coming up.
These are mounted yeomen. You guys come here. I love that Tamarcon and company are just hiding in the bushes. That's my favorite.
I might catch Tammy.
Yeah, if you can get him with something, that's pretty clutch.
We need to at least get one thing, though.
Yeah, 1 point, yeah. We got a bit of push here. It's not impossible. I mean, their army's pretty raggedy. It's just, yeah, just getting the ground. Get them off the points and all that. It's going to be hard. Okay, so fight's going down there. Oh, you got Valkia hunting? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Valkia, come on. I love it. And Lewin cowardly hiding in the back, too, is so funny. I love that. All right, these are going to be Yeomen. So now we call you guys up, get some Empire Knights coming. Charge the Yeomen. You do this. Is Tammy going to live? What do you think?
I don't know, but I'm coming to get him with my caster, too.
Yeah, all hands on deck, man. Let's get Lewin with that. All right. Empire Knights are coming in. Ooh, Toddy does follow those girl knights.
Boris is getting...
Yeah, he's seen better days, man. He's seen better days. Demis are trying over here, but they're fighting foot squires too. Oh my god.
Tammy's messing up.
Oh, 300 HP? Oh no.
Oh, she's flying.
She get back up in the sky? You gonna charge again?
Yes.
Nice try, man. That was a good game.
Yeah.
We lost a bit on points, but you got Tamarcon? All right, you got the ceremonial victory.
Tammy. That means we win.
Yeah, we get the morale victory. That was really fun, man. The 2v2 opens up a lot. Yeah. I bet we could scheme some foul strategies for sure, but honestly, the builds didn't work terribly. We just kind of were forced back a little bit. Needed more more anti-infantry.
Yeah, I don't know how their front line of squires like overwhelmed, because they just broke through. Like, we were doing okay, and then they just broke through.
Yeah, the squires will typically trade really well into Chaos Warrior. Like, it's a huge uptrade for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we invested a lot in killing the characters, and then they squeaked away, and like, so they didn't have like.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really annoying.
It was a good game though. You played really well, dude. You said you haven't played in a while.
Yeah, I've played like 2 matches. Oh my god, Valky got 2,300.
Yeah, Valky was a beast mode, dude.
Yeah, I've only played like 2 matches in the last 2 years.
Yeah, so you got some chops, dude. You got some chops.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's see what did good for us. Yeah, Wagons did good. Luminarch got 3,000. Tamarcon.
Rotting Riders didn't do too bad.
Yeah. Oh my god, his Rotting Riders got 4K value. Jesus.
Yeah, they were farming.
The great unclean one with 54 value.
And Tammy.
Yeah, that was fun, man. But yeah, GG's, brother. Thanks for playing. And if you ever want to play for reals in one of these 2v2 tournaments, I'll happily team up with you, dude.
Cool, yeah. Let me know when the next one is.
Sounds good, brother. We'll do it. And
do some evil strats.
Dude, and yeah, we gotta like put some code in the website that gives us an advantage somehow. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
gotta rig it up, you know. Yeah. All right, brother. GG, nice playing with you, man.
You too.
All right, guys. Well played to Marshall. He said that's like his second game in a couple years. He played really well. And yeah, I liked the builds. I can see like how something like this could be really synergistic with and his Hell Cannon also got 1,300 value too. Yeah, we didn't have effective ways to kill infantry. GG, dog. Real fun. That was a super fun match though. I love the sniping. Battle Pilgrims see a little bit of play, Apollo. Typically they see it in the form of what's it called? God, what are those guys called? The Holy Wardens. You see them quite a bit because of the magic and fire damage. Yeah, so the gentleman I was playing with also, he's the guy who did the new website, Marshall. So yeah, shout out to him, man. Clutching it. Pretty good for us here. And then we should be ready for the top 4 now. Yes, it was a great game indeed. Okay, going to the brackets. So it looks like the last minute bros defeated the Stinky Dwarves. This game's still going. And this is a buy round game, so they get a point for the buy round. They should at least. The standings page is currently off, but it's going to get fixed. Yeah. So Pope Patty, yeah, they are the number 1, and does it have both of his teammates here? I'm curious how this works. Yeah, looks like they should be advancing on. So yeah, as soon as we finish this last game, we advance to the playoffs, which we'll see what that looks like in a second. Yeah, just got to wait for these last few matches to finish. Yeah, the ROR Pilgrims, they're pretty good. They do see some play. I like the Empire a lot in 2v2 though. I think they're such a toolbox faction. Like Empire, you can do so much with artillery, skirmish, sniping, pretty decent anti-infantry, like with grenade launchers, Black Rose Knights. They can do a lot. Pwn busted playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, dude, Pwn has betrayed us for the last time. No longer. He has thrown us to the dogs. Is he actually on there right now? Let me see. He is. He is. Yeah, he's playing a lone adventure in the wilderness. Oh. Pwn out in the wilderness. Yeah, it was fun, man. Tamarcon, we almost had him. Marshall's Rancid almost managed to finish him off. With the Luminarch and the wagons. Look, he's like, I'm not hiding it. You're dead to me, phone, says Trails. Oh my god, look at this. Baldur's Gate is a great game. I don't even like single player games, and I put in a lot of time in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, it's the GOAT. It's super good. It's rare you get like games of that quality in this day and age, but that had it. No bullshit microtransactions, just solid, good game, made with passion, and it succeeds too. It's good to see that, Yeah. Baldur's Gate, I really liked playing the Oathbreaker Paladin. That was really fun. What other classes were fun? Yeah, some of the rogue stuff was cool. Barbarians are great. Just like Unga Bunga, Chad Barbarian, just like, cleaving. It's always a good time. It is a great game. It really is. All right, perfect. So chat should be working now. Can somebody in Twitch chat type something, by the way? I just want to make sure that the dual chat feed is working and it's not just doing one. Let's see. Type something. Because it's been the chat combining thing has been acting up today. It's been a little bit funky. It's working. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Thank you, Morden. All right. Something. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Cool. Okoi's for Halfling Barbarian videos. Yeah, those are really good. Those are masterpieces for sure. All right, so just waiting on this last one, guys, and then we will get our 4 teams advancing. It's going really good. Yeah, we're doing a 2v2 tournament today. So we just got the functionality on the website to host 2v2 tournaments. So you can see you have both players' names, and then you have their team name, Dwarf Stink on this team and the players. And yeah, it's coming together really nicely. Marshall's been pushing out a bunch of great changes, and I honestly think we're going to be ready to rock with this as the main website soon. I don't think it's going to be that much longer. I mean, a couple weeks maybe sooner. Who knows? But yeah, it's like we're going to have like a Blood Bowl league on here. Dawn of War games are going to have their own leagues. It's very fun. You made a homebrewed Death Knight for your first Baldur's Gate 3 run. That's super fun. Yeah. Carl Franz is the GOAT, dude. He is. Yeah. That first cinematic trailer is so boner-inducing. The one where Carl Franz gives the speech in the beginning. He's like, I was born into this world just like you, and then oh god, the ending scene where like the Wyvern is like moving towards the state troopers and they're all scared backing away, and then just Chadley Carl Franz swoops in from the skies and like yells for Sigmar and they all like rally to him. You're like, oh, that's all we want. That's all we want in games. That's all we want. Just give us that. Those moments in narrative are just so epic. Yeah, if you guys in the bar community want to use this website to run tournaments in our Discord, we can have the Haggard Bar League, and you guys could just run games, and there'll be a leaderboard and a scoreboard and all that. Yeah, it's gonna have it all. Okay, and it looks like everybody's done. So now let's see if this works. We're gonna go to admin, and I will advance the playoffs. Okay. Um, it's gonna advance 4 play. Okay, let's see if this works. We've never done this for 2v2. Worst case, I just do it manually. It's not a big deal. All right, so advance the number of players is going to be here. Let me actually ask Marshall really quick. Let me check. Yo, when I advance for 2v2, it asks how many players. Should I put 4 or 8? With each player being a team. Let me show you. All right, Marshall, I don't know if you're around, buddy. If you still are, I want to do this right. Okay. I assume each team is a player, so advancing 4 would be the correct bet. So here we are. So when I go to advance the playoffs, it says the number of players I want to advance. Obviously, it wasn't set up for the team thing quite yet. Should I do two? That will be 4 teams, I'm assuming. I guess we just got to experiment and figure it out, right? Yeah. But again, worst case, I can just manually do it. It's only a couple people, so pretty easy to do. I will do 4 then. All right. So it begins. We have the semifinals coming up here in a moment. And let's advance the playoffs. And we're going to advance. Oh, Swiss rounds completed 3 or 4. Oh, one of the rounds isn't done yet? Huh. It says the score is edited here. Also won't showing on screen now. Okay, so another thing is, yeah, so when I go to advance it, maybe it's because the buy round is here. They should have a buy round. So if I go to admin and then I go to advance the playoffs and I do 4, so Swiss rounds must be completed. So then I go to advance and it says Swiss rounds must be completed before playoffs. So it says 3 of 4 rounds are completed. Now I'm thinking maybe it's because the buy round isn't counting as being completed. Would be my guess. Could be the issue. Like this one might not count as being a completed match. If that's the case, it's fine. I know the top 4 teams. I'll just advance them. But it's something we can easily fix. And again, thank you guys for bearing with us. We're testing our new website and working out all the kinks and stuff. So, yeah. Okay, cool. I was born into this world just like you, yeah. Yeah, the skinks in the spawning pool and the orc mushrooms can't relate. Yeah, that's true. It's true, they can't. I wonder if I can, like, verify this buy round or something. Okay, let's see here. Fresh brackets. Yeah, all the scores have been reported. It's the buy round. Either way, I can just manually do top 4. All right. I'm going to check one more thing before I do it manually. If I finalize the tournament, yeah, that won't do it. Copy will do it manually. Okay, guys, so let me look at the top 4 teams real quick here. We are going to have, let me get my dreaded notepad out. The notepad of the gods has arrived. And standings are going to be, so number 1, we got Pope Patty and, yes, so it's going to be Pope Patty and his ally here is Hobo Honkers, which is going to be 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4 is going to be Charix And Charix's ally was, I believe, let me check there. Lord Chicken Feed, yes. So then we got Lord Chicken Feed over here. Lord Chicken Feed. And then 5 and 6 are going to be Martinius and Final Boss. And then 7 and 8 are going to be Boss Toss and Scrambled Egg. All right, we got our top 4, guys. Let me announce it to the players. Hey, boss, your streams are what I watch while having dinner. Appreciate the hard work. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the support. That's a very generous one. Hopefully you're enjoying all this action here. Okay. Okay, perfect. And here we go. All right, so top 4 time. Top 4 time. It's going to be Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers versus Boss Toss and Scrambled Egg Special. And then we have Charix and Lord Chicken Feed versus Martinius and Final Boss. All right, guys. So we will do. I want to see the Bretonnian Alliance and see if they can. Although Charix, Chicken Feed, Martinius, Final Boss. That's an interesting one too. Okay. Got 3 wins. Let me check. And according to the tiebreaker, okay. According to tiebreaker, you're just barely out. Let me check on this. Let me look. Yeah, so they, I think, are a little bit lower here. Thank you for patience. We're testing new set. All right, so I'm going to get the lobby code. Outstanding. And let's do Chicken Feed Charix, maybe. We just saw those guys. So Chicken Feed, lobby code. Thank you. Charix with Chicken Feed. They did lose a game today, I think. I think they lost one. Hey, Abby, thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's go to multiplayer. We're going to do this. And here we are. Just want to make sure I did this right. So the records for these players should be... So Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers went 4-0. Charix and Chicken Feed, that's 1, 2. They went 3 and 1. And Martinius and Final Boss. Let's see what that looks like. No, Chicken Feed is he's a heavy duty domination player. Yeah, he just hasn't played in a while. Martinius, that's 1, and then 2, and then that's going to be. Did they win their last game 3 and 1? Yeah, and then Boss Toss and Scrambled Egg also went 3 and 1, I think. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Or did they just win? Wait, how many games did they win? Did Boss Toss and Scrambled lose a couple games here? Let me check. Hold on. Okay. So Boss Toss, that's 1 and 2, and then the last one they did not. Oh, they actually only went there. Okay, so then Wally. Let me check this. You might have an audible on the play. Thank you, Charix. So Wally got 1 win. So 3. Okay, never mind. So that's going to be... Okay, I was wrong. Got to fix that. Okay, lads. So Wally and Navigator are replacing Boss Toss and Scrambled, who only won twice. Website was just bugging out. All right, so sorry about that, guys. So we're going to be doing, yeah, Yeah, Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers will be playing them. Pope Patty, you two actually play Wally. Wally and his teammate. All right. So there we are. So this match is all good here. So then I need to just correct the other one. All right, let's see what Marshall's saying here. Not sure. Double check the final players. All right. Okay, so Jack Guy Wally and his teammate here is going to be Navigator versus Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. So this semifinal match is going to be Demons of Chaos Vampire Coast. So the coastal demons, demonic coast versus the magical beasts. We saw this one. Yeah. All right. We're all set now, guys. Thank you for the patience. We are cooking, and this is going to be a nice, fun battle. Yeah. That's so funny. All right. Yes, just whatever it is on by standard. Okay, so just answering some questions, just whatever standard funds gives. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys, adminning stuff's out of the way. And, yeah, I think we're all set. Then we get the standings page fixed. It'll be easy peasy. All right, big money, big business. So what are we going to see from the Demonic Coast? Vampire Coast typically does get countered by Tzeentch a little bit, because Tzeentch just goes mass blues and pinks and just basically lays into him with that fire damage and that pressure. Charix will probably do some shenanigans like what we saw earlier. Probably Doom Knights, while Beastmen just run the Vanguard in the front, just like bro charge up with like, you know, Zangors and... Oh, better get off his army build here. All right. Yeah. At least we don't have to deal with a million air units. That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right. Cool. We're all set. Boss does. But what factions were you playing, Boss? You guys were... Yeah, what was your combo today? I think I saw, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. Ogre's Greenskins could be fun, yeah. Does the WOG affect your allies? I think it does. Ogre's, maybe Greenskin Slanesh, just like mass aggressive Unga. Just like Boar Boys and Squigs and like Hellstriders and frickin' Seekers and Boob Snakes, just backed up by like an Orc Wa. I think it affects your allies, right? I can't remember. We tested that a long time ago, but it's been ages. It's been a long time since we've seen it. All right, Crystal Lake is going to be the map, I believe. Let's see if the website displays that. No, we don't need to worry, so it's all good. And let's see if that actually counts as the Swiss rounds being finished. Admin. Okay. So now will it advance the playoffs? No, still the same problem. Okay. All good, so we don't need to worry about this anymore. Well, Addy at least won't have to deal with... Yeah, those... Oh, yeah, he won't have to. I think the WOG affects them, though. I think it does. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, Zangors are just going to be goated here. I mean, shielded infantry against Vampire Coast, magic damage against demons. Lord Chickenfeed probably goes like mass Zangors with a bunch of Ungor Raiders, and then Charix just like uses his Zoomer micro to just like fly around the battlefield and swarm things. That would be my prediction. Final Boss and Martinius could mix it up. They could do a more aggressive build if they wanted to. They could do like a big Demon Rush with like Coast bringing in like 3 or 4 Morngul's to try and counter the Zangors. Yeah, a lot of weird options. Luther Harkin maybe a little bit vulnerable to Tzeentch sniping though. He might be. Yeah, what's up, Odin's Eye? I just see an eyeball. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I see you creeping over there, dude. Hey, Spoolie and Iron, thank you guys for subscribing on Twitch. I'm sorry I missed that. It's probably dealing with some shenanigans at the time. Lord of Changes could make an appearance. Yeah, Charix liked them. He used them very well. He was very disruptive with those. There will be no rushing. Well, last time the Coast tried a gun line in this tournament, they kind of got flattened a little bit. So we'll see if that happens again. Yeah, you guys are Skaven Ogres. Yeah. Yeah. Skaven Ogres. Yeah, that's right. You were the rat faction, the rat team. Yeah. So Bostos, you've been playing a little bit more, man. Trying to get back into the swing of things, prepping, keeping the old saber sharp for 40k. Against Nurgle, Brett was like a swarm of bees. Yeah, you got the Furies and then like all the Troll Air Force units. It's a lot to deal with. Yeah, Aranessa, maybe. You know, on her crab, but she can't be healed, which is a pain. Although you could Fleshy Abundance her too. Yeah, Aranessa could get Fleshy Abundance, right? So that is an option. All right, lads. Soon, the RTK team. Oh, it's an RTK Civil War. Yeah, they're all RTK players. They're taking over. The Jedi are taking over. It would be really interesting to see what like meta developed in 2v2. Like if we did it for like a couple months straight to see what like compositions just start to dominate. I'd be really curious to see. Turtle Punch, you just reminded me to hop on here and give my free prime. Thank you, man. Thank you for subscribing, brother. I greatly appreciate it. What day of the week is it, by the way? Is today Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Something like that. The dreaded dwarves, chaos dwarves. That would be really funny, actually. But yeah, you could go chaos dwarves and go for like mobility. So you bring like bull central renders and hobgoblins, and the dwarves just bring like the center backbone. The Tzeentch Shrine. Do you really think it would, Bostos? Do you think it would take over? Nobody did that today. I'm surprised. I was expecting to see some Tzeentch Shrine shenanigans. Yeah. There you go, Deacon. Yeah. There you go. Tzeentch Shrine would be banned, is my guess. Yeah, that might be something that might need to be restricted, actually, the Tzeentch Shrine. It's pretty cheesy. Yeah, it could be, especially when you get a Skaven ally and you could just like sacrifice like some peasant mobs or Skaven slaves and you just like have infinite winds of magic. It is pretty cheesy. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, it is. That's an old meme, by the way. That meme is like ancient now. That was like, what, like 10 years ago or something? I think the team that Tzeentch Shrine Cheese won all the previous 2v2s. Yeah, maybe. Because they could just spam like infinite final transmutations and things like that. So yeah, that's a good reminder. We'll probably ban that next time. I remember it now. It's all coming back to me. Dude, oh, I would love a quesadilla right now. That sounds so good. Love the Dwarves Bretonnia combo. Yeah? Dwarves Bretonnia could do something. I'm surprised we didn't get any Dowie today. I don't think I saw a single Dowie or Dowie Czar team. Strange. I feel like there are factions that are like very symmetric, or, you know, they have their weird, unique style that can complement other factions well. Ironbreakers and Infernal Ironsworn. Yeah, it's overkill. You just need one or the other there. So it is going to be a Coast Gunline again, by the way. Deck Gunners with Handgunners and some Crabs and Slostra, some Depth Guard to clear out the infantry fights. On Swedish, it's Friday, my acquaintances. That's funny. Yeah, that is something that you learn as an American traveling to various parts of Europe, is like the culture of proximity, you know, like in America, you know, you could be walking on a walk, you know, in the afternoon or whatever, and you pass somebody on the bike path and you're like, hey, how's it going? You know, hey, what's up? You know, a lot of like small talk and interactions. Or if you're at like the supermarket, for example, you know, you're checking out, you'll be like, hey, you know, the cashier's doing their thing and you're like, how's your day going? Yeah, you been all right? You know, you don't know the person really, but, you know, conversations like that, they're not always there, but like it is not super uncommon to have those type of interactions, right? But when I went to Poland, that like is not as much of a thing. That like that was definitely like a culture shock thing, right? Like the small talk and the banter, like just in casual interactions, is not as much of a thing. It's very, very much like direct to business, you know? And also seeing like, yeah, like the proximity culture, right? Like how close certain cultures like to be to you, and just, you know, the physical proximity. It's very, very different throughout the realms. All right. Anyways, guys, let's break it down. So the demonic coast here, guys, it is going to be a boss or final boss. There's so many bosses here. Final boss in Martinius. We got a gun line. It's going to be a mass amount of zombie pirate gunnery mobs, which I love to see. And yeah, bloodletters, plague bearers, and a couple pinks as well. I can't help but feel the pinks are maybe a little bit of overkill, and you should just kind of let the coast handle the gun line. But yeah, talking to people at the store. Yeah, in Poland, you basically mind your own business, and that's how you. Yeah. Let's see. And you said, what country are you talking about, Sparran? Just finished work a few minutes ago. Having someone stand close enough I could feel their breath. Yeah, some cultures are like that. I'm Polish. Is that why you hate small talk? Well, it depends. It depends. But yeah, it's a gun line with a demonic front line mostly. And they're going to be playing the open field, so deploying over here is definitely smart. There's less trees, less line of sight, and you can really get your value out of your guns. And for the forces of the magical beasts, it is going to be a vanguard of Zangors and Goreherds and all sorts of goodness like that. Blues, pinks, and a big old Air Force. Wow, that is an Air Force. Yeah, we do have the Lord of Change number 2, which is going to be Kairos. Bloodshriek Chimera, Malagor the Dark Omen, and another Lord of Change. Talk about mass single entities up in the sky. That's going to be a lot to deal with, so... Yeah, while we wait. Oh, I love that meme. The smiles in Polish meme is so funny. Like, my wife will often pull that on me. She'll be like, this is a Polish smile. Yeah, it's good times. Good times. I love Poland though. Honestly, it's one of my favorite places to hang out and be. I would have no problem living in Poland. I love it. I'm heavily biased. Obviously, my wife is Polish, but yeah, I love the food culture in Poland too. Like the dumplings and the pierogis and. Guamki is really good. Pasztet is bomb. Something I learned from Poland is the freaking horseradish sauce, like on top of bread, is super good. Yeah, really good desserts too. Yeah, like the donuts and the cakes in Poland. It's an amazing country, man. People are great, and yeah, I've only had good experiences there. I haven't been there, no, Mr. Dingo. I do plan on going there though. Yeah, my wife speaks very highly of the country, so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the battle is on. The demonic coast is advancing up while the magical beasts are going to be getting the vanguard up on the points. No Kazrak this time around. And, yeah, Malagor the Dark Omen going to be summoning Cygors. Oh, shit, dude. The Chadley Cygor summons. Yeah, if you could have a build with, like, close to infinite, like, Winds of Magic just blasting out Cygors, that is not bad at all. All right, the magical beast is going to be getting all 3 objectives. And the demonic coast advancing up as Solastra. A combination of bloodletters. Wow, look at this. You got Khorne, you got Nurgle, you got Tzeentch. There's no Slaanesh. Slaanesh has been left at home. They're not being brought to the battlefield as it were. Shots coming down from Kairos Fateweaver, and they are going to be nailing into old Solastra Direfin, and she does take a bit of damage. But the gun's able to return the favor. Mostly dodging, but at least it keeps your opponent honest, and it is breaking through the shields. You can see the shields are starting to bleed. That's going to be a really, really nice pink fire right there. Charix has pretty insane micro. Really, really insane micro. And is going to be dropping multiple pink fires on these units, but not breaking through the shields of those pinks. Overall, pretty minimal damage on the demonic coast. They're going to be fine. Now, the magical beasts are postured up on objectives 1 and 2, and it looks like the demonic coast has a pretty thick position, man. I mean, that's a lot of guns. And those guns theoretically should be good against these flyers. Although a lot of magic coming in, Tzeentch does have counterplay. Oh, nasty. Negative 55 leadership on the Shade Wraith Gunners. And are they going to stabilize? They're at -2. They might stabilize here. An Invo would keep them alive. So, Slostra had no Invo, though. That feels a little bit bad. So they're going to keep crumbling. But for the most part, the Demonic Coast has pushed back the Magical Beasts. The Magical Beasts are very indexed into single entities. So they're going to potentially have trouble holding ground. And it looks like these Shade Wraith Gunners do stabilize after all is said and done. So that's pretty damn nice for them. They might be able to get another volley off. We're going to have to see it. That is going to be a big old Tzeentch's, yeah, the snare combo. I love that. Kairos using his Gaze of Fate, and then it's going to be Tzeentch's Firestorm right here, which is going to wreck these blues. Granted, blues are a cheap unit, so it's not terribly devastating, but even still, it's something. Wow, and this is really intense call from Final Boss and Martinius. They're going for a triple cap. They don't want to get spell-kited for a long time, so they're going to opt to actually press all 3 objectives, which for a gunline build is a little bit precarious. Now, it may work out. We're going to have to see. But, yeah, here it comes. So, Depth Guard, Lamprey's Revenge are there. On the backside, Pink Horrors of Tzeentch blasting away. And we got more Depth Guard polearms coming in, more handgunners, and they're just going to be playing a wide showdown. Yeah, the gun line has a lot of ground to cover. It's going to be precarious, especially when the onslaught comes. You're going to see all these Zangors moving in the blues, and it's going to be a lot. So that Cygor is going to diminish in about 11 seconds. You're going to see him gone. Pinks and blues keeping the chickens at bay. Lords of Change have lost a bit of HP, and that is going to be a triple cap here for the forces of the Demonic Coast. Celestia is almost dead, by the way. Yeah, very, very close to dying. So she might as well just drop her Night Summon and use it to stuff, and then when she goes down, just resummon her. That's most likely going to be it. Ajo saying they're going to call in a ton of mobility and try and overwhelm the range. Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's a great idea there, although it could be tricky. Yeah, a lot in the woods. We do see some Bloodletters clashing in the woods. So the Demonic Coast actually did have some Sentinels in the tree line here via the Fleshhounds and the Bloodletters, and they will crush these Beastmen units there. So that's actually pretty good for them. Losing a Depth Guard unit like this, though, from Final Boss is a big blunder. Huge blunder, actually. It's a very, very expensive unit to just throw to the dogs. And Celestia knows she's going to die here to the sniping. So pretty brutal, as Celestia taken out already, but the Damn Knights aren't going to be called out from Final Boss. They're going to surge up and at least do some damage, and then Celestia will be resummoned. But yeah, this is very much like going to be a situation where the Demonic Coast is going to get a triple cap and try and win on points most likely, because I think they're going to start losing on value pretty quickly when the fighting erupts. Bloodletters in the woods, doing great, holding back the Gore Herds. Fleshhounds of Khorne able to keep the Centaurs in check. That is a triple cap, though, and those points are going very quickly. But the Magical Beasts calling out quite a bit here. That's a lot of pressure, guys. But you know what counters the Gore infantry are the freaking Night Terrors. Yeah, like Morghuls in general are a super hard counter against this type of infantry unit. So it's going to be nice. Yeah, the triple cap is greedy, but I think greed is not terrible here when you're being poked like this. I don't hate it. A little bit of firepower going in. Charik's using his dreaded micro, and he is going to be dodging pretty much all those shots right there. Back in the woods, the Bloodletters are finally being worn down a little bit, but not before trading well with a couple units. And you can see the Plague Toads of Nurgle are going to be cruising up and pushing into the tree line here to cause a little bit of disruption. So there they go. Unleash the Battletoads as they do block up the tree line. All right, guys. Objective number 1 is held by Vampire Coast. Objective 2 by Vampire Coast and the Demons as well. And here comes the all-in. This is really going to be an all-in. Really nice magic usage there. Charik seems really... I mean, he's a Tzeentch main. That's his main, one of his main factions. So if anybody's going to make Tzeentch work, it's going to be him. And not that they're a bad faction. All right, big envelop is coming in, guys. But I like this, actually. Some Fiends of Slaanesh are coming in. Morghuls have engaged. Morghuls going to be kind of weak against the Blue Fire, so they got to watch out for that DACA where they can. Middle objective looking very secure. And the high ground is just kind of a bit of a standoff. We have this haggard cockfight in the woods where they're rubbing their sausages together. Meanwhile, on this point, the Depth Guard are just having a bad time. All the Depth Guard units for Final Boss kind of just advance into these kill boxes and have unfortunate little trades. Deck Dropper handguns moving over, and that is a whole lot of Beastmen coming in. And they're basically just magical Beastmen, that's for sure. All right, Zangors intercepted by the Fiends of Slaanesh. But it looks like there are some Centaurs there to help out as well. And Forsaken. Forsaken will hit very hard against the Fiends. Fiends only have 30 armor and mediocre melee defense, so the Forsaken 63 weapon strength really will connect. And the Magical Beasts just absolutely steamroll this position. And that's what happens when you have a wide gun line. You know, if you go too wide, it's kind of easy to attack and isolate the weak points. But we'll see if they get away with it. They do have the points lead. Advancing in, though, the Magical Beasts continue to collapse. Forsaken are going to be shutting down both these gun units. So you're going to see this unit here and this unit here getting up and shutting down this gun unit. They'll skeet a little bit right there and skeet a little bit right there. And those guns are going to pay the price. Now, Celestia has come back in. She summons some crabs, but then immediately a giant magical chicken attacks her. Only in Warhammer Fantasy Battles, guys. And yeah, it's a hard counter against her. It's a magic damage monster, which will ignore her ethereal defenses of 55%, and she's just going to get put in the trash. So really, really nice by Charik. Just instantly killing the Vampire Coast Lord potentially twice over is pretty brutal for sure. But on this side, it does look like the Demonic Coast is holding a little bit better. Objective 1 is pretty firm. They're trading well in the woods. They got their guns still set up in the middle, which are shooting into the Centaurs here. So the Vampire Coast gun line getting really, really good value against Lord Chicken Feed's cav right there, which is not bad at all. And Celestia is still running for her life, setting at 6 leadership, as we do see a Tzeentch's Firestorm going to be activated, and that's going to be right on top of the Black Spot Zombies, which is going to be sending them over to the Shadow Realm. So not bad at all. Massive capture weight advantage, though, here. Obviously going to the Magical Beasts. In the middle, the Demonic Coast. Still holding on. Yeah, decent trades. I don't see a lot of Magical Beast units over here. Yeah, they got a couple units here, but for the most part, the Bloodletters should be able to hold that down. Bloodletters in the woods. I'm going to lose to those Gores, but, you know, going out on their shield, that's for sure. Reinforcements coming in. Going to be Dickhand mobs with polearms. Depth Guard also surging up to try and help. And what do we have cooking here? The Nurgle Lord, a little bit surrounded by a lot of KFC chickens, as well as the Blood Tree Chimera, which is a good counter to demons because of the fact it does magic damage. So that's going to be really, really nasty. And that Nurgle Lord is on a Palanquin. So yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit dangerous for him. Celestra does manage to get away. So she crept away there, was able to escape the situation. Objective 3 still owned by the magical beasts. And the Demonic Coast advancing up infantry to try and reclaim the ground, Depth Guard, as well as Bloodletters. And they are holding on here for now. Although, capture weight could be flipping here in a minute. We're going to have to keep tabs. And yes, it does look like the magical beasts are starting to take this objective as well. And looking at the value across the board, if you combine Charix and his opponent, it's about 19,000 value and about 15 for the other team. And that's probably not even tracking magic correctly. So it does look like the magical beast army is just out trading. We've seen so many, Depth Guard and various picks. Celestra dying twice over, basically. A lot of really, really tough fights like that. And all of the big monsters are still in pretty good shape. Chimera hunting down Celestra does miss. Her melee defense is able to hold firm right there. Meanwhile, on the other side, the magical beasts are able to overtake objective number 1, and the Demonic Coast is looking very weak on the battlefield. They have some dickhand mobs coming in, but like the Depth Guard are going to get out-traded by the monsters probably. A fair amount of demons right here, and it looks like another Gaze of Fate going to be locking down the Bloodletters. Nope, just the Ancient Firestorm. But yeah, getting triple capped here. The Demonic Coast really just holding on to the center objective, but losing Celestra again is going to put the leadership of the dickhand mobs down to a very, very low amount. And yeah, I think that is probably gonna be it. The Demonic Coast doesn't seem to have much gas left on the field, and the Magical Beasts are going to probably be advancing into the Grand Finals to face the winner of the other side. Now, Magical Beasts, will they face off against the Bretonnian Nurgle Alliance, or will there be an upset on the other side, and will the 3-1 team take them down? We're going to find out. But yeah, the demons are not even in a triple cap. I mean, it's going to flip right now. Yeah, it's going to flip right now. Centaur's coming in, and that's going to be a tap out. GG, well played, ladies and gentlemen. And the Magical Beasts of Charix and Lord Chickenfeed get the dub. What a fun match that was. That was a very, very good time indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll look at the value, see what is going on, and have a little bit of fun from there. So yeah, the Lords of Change were really good, actually. I mean, they're making a bit of a comeback in the meta right now. 2v2 is a great format. Yeah, we would do it more if it weren't for the lag. That's right. And so far, we've been pretty good today. Yeah, we've been pretty good today. Here, yeah. Not the Tzeentch army got a lot of value and pretty well spread out over the Beastman army, but yeah, like the gun line spreading on 3 objectives is tricky. I think the gun line could have been better off just sitting on 2 and playing defensively, but it's hard to say. Definitely hard to say. Exalted Bloodletters, probably overkill in this matchup. Yeah, GG, well played, guys. And now we're going to get the finals going. So, Grand Finals. Let's host this as a spectator. We're going to get you. Good, Anakin. Good. And we're going to get Charix. And Charix. And we're going to get Lord Chickenfeed. And let's see who won on the other side. All right, so let's go check. So we got Wally and Navigator versus Boss Toss. Not Boss Toss, no. Wally and Navigator versus Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers. Yeah. Let me know when done and who wins. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see different unique army compositions and things like if we host more of these 2v2 tournaments. If it proves to be popular, I'll definitely do more of them. Grudges are being satisfied, yes, but not necessarily by the dwarves. Waiting on the other side, so yeah, that match was kind of quickish. And the map for the Grand Finals is going to be... Let me go check. All right. Awesome sauce. Okay. Rounds. Okay, maps, description. It's going to be Imperial Road for the last map. Okay. Imperial Road's a pretty small map. This is going to be knockdown, drag out. Players do have slightly less funds, though, by the way. They have like around 8,000 instead of the... So the armies are a little bit smaller. But not by too much. Not by too much. All right, party people. What's cooking? Yeah. It's good times, man. I'm curious to see who's going to make it on the other side. Pope and I won. So yeah, we have Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers. These guys are the Terminators of the tournament. Yeah, absolutely. They have been crushing all opposition. But I mean, man, Chicken Feed and Charix are really strong. They're really good players. So this could go either way, honestly. This could go either way. And now Chicken Feed and Charix have had time to adapt a little bit too to the enemy strats. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Hobo Honkers is in. We got Nurgle and we got the stinky the stinky French versus the magical beast. Yes, that's the matchup. Good times. Hey, Vindicare, thank you for the raid, man. Hope you're doing well. Excited to see you in some future RTS games. Like UFC, can we get pregame trash talk sessions between the players? I've thought about that. Having something like that, like a press conference before big tournaments where they can talk smack, but I don't know. Probably only a couple of them would be good at that. Where it would actually be funny and not just cringy, you know? Pone would be good at it. He'd be good at smack talking for sure. Yeah, good times. Okay, so the map is set. Players are going to build up their armies. And, yeah, we'll see what they're going to do. I'm devastated I have to wait another 100 days for Dow 4, but I'm doing well. I know, I bet you're excited, man. Yeah, that's right up your alley. Well, I'll be casting and hosting some tournaments. Community Co after that. We're not going to do Co today, most likely. I will do a Co stream sometime this week, though. I don't know when. But I am itching for a Co stream. Ready for another SmackDown, dude. Just like that. You say Pone's name and he's just summoned from the shadows. That's how he works. He's always waiting. Grail Relics do help out allied units. War Shrines help out units. Anybody that has like passive buffs like that. Alberic gives anti-large to allied units. I mean, there's so many little synergies you can cook with. Yeah, there's so many. Didn't Nurgle save Bretonia once against Zinch? I have no idea. In lore, I don't know. More of a question for Sotek, probably. All right. The 2v2 grand finals. All the marbles are on the table. I did see the Dow release date got moved to December. I was sad, but also like, yeah, also it's like, yeah, you want it to be good. You don't want, like, RTS games are so like niche nowadays that if you have a bad launch, most of them don't recover, I find. So I think waiting and making sure the launch is good and taking that feedback that they've gotten from their closed alpha tests is going to be pretty big. I would like to see more cover, actually. That was one of my criticisms from what I saw. I would like to see a little bit more cover. I think that's kind of a cool thing in 40k. Like, having, like, Imperial Guardsmen in cover or, like, you know, holding against overwhelming odds, I think it's very epic and gives a lot more tactical gameplay as well. It, like, discourages, you know, ideally discourages blobbing because you take cover and, you know, trade like that. Yeah, we put up a Legion video this morning. It was very good. Yeah, buddy. That game's great. I play that. I play at least a couple Legion games every day. It's a really fun, chill game. Yeah, they stopped a Zinch horde from attacking Musion. Oh, seriously? That's actual lore? No way. Let me look this up real quick. If Total War Warhammer 40k launches like Warhammer 3, I think that Total War Warhammer 40k could have a bad launch and recover. I think it could, because 40k is such a big IP and it's so grand in scale that I think they could recover. It obviously would be bad, but I think that is a game that could recover. Dawn of War 4, I'm not so sure, because it has this think of Dawn of War 3 on it a little. You got to be careful, and yeah, we'll find out. Okay, so where is this? This is going to be Nurgle helping Bretonia against Zinch, Warhammer Fantasy Lore. Let's see if there's something like this. Trying to see where this was. Yeah, I'm not sure where I can find that. Okay, apparently, yeah, Nurgle did help Bretonia at some point against Zinch because, you know, it's obviously they want it for themselves. So, not, you know, not out of the kindness of their hearts. Total War Warhammer 40k will have the benefit of a beta before launch. Yeah. When we when I got to play 40k, we were able to give them a lot of feedback too. But that was like over a year ago. That was a long time ago. So the game's come a long way. I really want Tyranids to come. Yeah, Tyranids will come eventually to 40k boss toss. I think for Dawn of War, I think Dawn of War 4, though, is probably going to be the next two factions will have to be Chaos Space Marines, a Chaos faction. Maybe like Death Guard, Iron Warriors, Chaos Undivided, Black Legion, or Imperial Guard. You'll probably get those two in order. You'll get a Chaos faction, then you're going to get Guard. Because that's one evil faction, one good faction. And then after that, I think you could probably see like Eldar, Tyranids, like those type of factions. Assuming the game does well, which I hope it does. Yeah. Alrighty. Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers are ready, man. I wonder what the front line's going to look like this time around. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Yeah, Nurgle and Tzeentch are not homies. They're not, to my knowledge. I think Nurgle and Khorne don't really like have too much bad blood. I think yeah, who does Slaanesh hate the most? Yeah, what are like what's the alignment chart of like who hates who in the great game of Chaos? Do you have a similar prediction for Total War? I think Total War Warhammer 40k. I think there is going to be the multiplayer is going to feel a bit anemic compared to this. It's going to launch with 4 factions, and they're going to be bare bones ish. They'll still have a fair amount, but that will be the biggest point of adjustment is going from having freaking 25 factions to 4. That's going to be wild for multiplayer. Now, as far as the campaign goes, I don't know. I have no idea. And similarly for 40k, yeah, it's going to be, for the 40k game, it's 100% going to be Chaos Space Marines, and then, yeah, Necrons, Tyranids, something like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the old world, welcome to the grand finals of today's 2v2 tournament. Spawning in on the south side of the map, it is going to be the Stinky French. We have the Chaos Warriors. I'm trying to think, is that the best name? Yeah, the French Nurgle Alliance. It's not a bad one. But it is going to be Chaos Warriors, so not using the Demonic Infantry because you don't want to get roasted by the firepower of Tzeentch. So Nurgle going to be rocking a bunch of warriors. We have 7 warriors with a Herald of Nurgle who's going to be rocking Fleshy Abundance and Stream of Corruption. And Bretonia is going to be bringing in Pegasus Knights, King Lewin, more Pegasus Knights, triple Pegasus Knights as well. That is intense. Yeah, that's really intense. Wowza. All right, guys. So, looking at the Magical Beast Army over here, it is going to be Chaos Warriors with Halberds in the front, Taurox the Brass Bull, a Shrine of Tzeentch, which I did not restrict today. So, yeah, but honestly, the Shrine of Tzeentch is really only overpowered if you're abusing it on chaff units. Like, nuking a Chaos Warrior or something like that isn't as cost-effective, right? You need, like, a Skaven Slave or a Bretonian Peasant or something. So it's going to be a normal Shrine of Tzeentch. A Herald of Tzeentch on the ground, Locus of Conjuration activated, so a ton of magic going to be coming in for Tzeentch. He's got only Pink Fire, by the way. That's it. With Chromatic and Locus of Conjuration. Minotaurs, Centaurs, and Koroks Manrippers in the back with a big old Jabberwocky here. All right, guys. It's pretty fun. Cool-ass armies for both sides. The Magical Beasts and the Corrupted French. Yes, they march out to glorious battle. And so it begins. There's some really cheesy combos with the Shrine of Tzeentch you could do in 2v2. You could just like nuke a clan rat for like 100 gold in the back and have infinite winds of magic the whole game. Yeah. It's honestly only problematic on a couple like synergies. Yeah. The Jabberslythe here should theoretically be good against all the warriors, but again, has to watch out for Lewin and the Herald and things like that. Halberds are cruising up for a bruising, but now they're going to be eating some trebuchet fire. And we know Pope Patty, he loves to play mass mobility with artillery in the back. And, yeah, there you go. Halberds are coming. We do see ye old Severed Claw popping up as well. Spawn of Tzeentch are coming. Very exciting. Can you tell the difference between a peasant and a plague bearer? I mean, it's kind of the same thing, to be fair. Very much in the family. All right. The big old evil French legions are coming. We have the Chaos Warriors as well as the Bowmen. Gonna start unleashing a little bit. The Beastmen Tzeentch army, though, the Magical Beast army is somewhat durable, so not going to be a complete slouch. But, you know, the character fighting, what do they have? They have Taurox. Okay, Taurox and Minotaurs can definitely keep the Bretonian mass in check. And I do like the Halberds. Having these Chaos Warrior Halberds is going to make it much more of a risky gambit for the evil, sickly French over here to attack in. All right, So here they go. Chaos Warriors sounding the horn. Oh, don't you love this? Look at them marching hand in hand, dude. Chaos Warriors and Bretonnian peasants. It's what it's all about, man. It's what it's all about right there. King Lewin attacking into the Chaos Sorcerer. He's going to need a little bit of milk. Torox is going to be on his way over. It looks like Lewin got a little bit stuck, pushing out the wrong way. And Torox is going to connect. Lewin looks like he's just barely going to be able to get away from that. Now, the Jabberwocky is in. There comes a Pink Fire. Really, really nice. Melting one of the Peasant Bowmen right there. And the Jabberwocky is going to be afflicted by the Tormentor Sword from the Herald of Nurgle. So he's going to be locked down. No way to really heal him, so you don't want him to be taking that DACA, but for the most part, looks like he is going to be able to squeak away while a Traderkin is activated on the blob. And the Jabberwocky does get on top of the Chaos Warriors right there, while Beastmen call in Corngors, Spawn Reinforcing, and Centigors. Now, over on the Corrupted French, we do see the Peasant Bowmen being the call, and Pegasus Knights have yet to strike. Really just kind of a frontline grind where the Nurgle forces are probably not having the best time in the world. They, of course, are going to be facing off against Minotaurs. The Shrine of Tzeentch going to be there, getting its shrine up, yeah. So it's slowly building up its intensity. It's only at 9% right now, so not quite there yet. But the Jabberwocky's kind of chatting it, guys. He's Mortis Engineing down a couple of these Peasant Mob units, and eventually will be able to Mortis Engine the Chaos units as well, once the conditions are met. The Aura of Madness, their leadership has to be below 50%. It's conditional, but still not terrible. All right, so Pestigor is holding back. The objective is being held onto by the Magical Beast, but now it looks like old Pope Patty is going to be calling the, sounding the Clarion Horn and sending in his Pegasus Knights. So Pegasus Knights are chasing, but Lord Chicken Feed using some good micro here to have the Centigore throwing axes keep them honest and keep them at bay. All right, guys, the battle is on. Final Transmutation is going to be activated right here. That's going to be a big one going down right there. And nailing those forces pretty effectively. Tzeentch Shrine just kind of chilling as far as its power goes. It's still only at 30 intensity, so yeah. Again, it's only really strong, I think, when you're playing with the cheese like Bretonnia, Skaven, or like some sort of a chaff ally there. And yeah, Tzeentch's Firestorm, really, really nice. So far, the Magical Beasts have not really been compromised yet, but here comes Pope Patty. He's getting around 1, 2, and 3 Pegasus Knights. Going to be clashing, and he does get a good landing on the Centigore throwing axes, and is going to be getting these Centigores. Oh, that's a huge win for Pope Patty. He's going to be trapping up potentially 3 Centigores right there and just farming them for value with those Pegasus Knights. Very, very clean. Some of them do take some damage back, though. The Spawn of Tzeentch get in, they sunder their armor down to 50, and suddenly they're very squishy against the Centigores. All right, another Pegasus Knight going to be landing on the Centigores right there, and the fight rages on. The Pink Fires have been really good, by the way, from that little Herald of Tzeentch, just cleaning out these archers methodically. Jabberwocky's still hanging in there. So far, the Magical Beast front line, the Spawn, and the Chaos Warrior Halberds are holding, but that is a shit ton of Nurgle durability. So those guys are just anchoring it, and that is a lot of green and mean and poison. Very, very brutal. And eventually they might be able to force their way through, though. The Tzeentch Halberds still very stalwart fighters. Pegasus Knights got a little bit trapped up, maybe overstayed their welcome a little bit. One of them does overstay and gets killed by the Koroks Man-Rippers. And the other one's right here, back up in the sky, but are bleeding models. So at the end of the day, what started off as a good fight for Pope Patty becomes a favored fight, I would say, for Lord Chicken Feed here in the backfield, as his Beastmen are able to keep those guys in check. Now, this objective finally flipping, and the Grail Relique also, by the way, making the Nurglites immune to psychology. Brutal. And giving them leadership and melee attack. Yeah, Grail Relique is just sleeper, one of the best things in the 2v2 tournaments. It is so good. ITP, stats, and leadership is just, oh, big money. All right, the Bretonnian Knights being over-pursued by Sons of Goros. They should just turn around and win that fight. It's 2v1, but you know, a little bit of a lapse in micro there, not the end of the world. Pegasus Knight's going to come in from a rally, maybe rear charge there, we'll have to see. Or they're going to be charging into the Centigores here, which is not a bad choice at all. Magical Beasts, though, do get folded off the objective. The Nurgle durability and healing could come into play. Back here, the Herald of Nurgle, a little bit trapped up. He's got to get away, and he does get away on his fly. The Jabberwocky setting at about 600 value. The problem is the Nurgle infantry have such high leadership that his Mortis Engine isn't coming into play quite as much. So, yeah, he's going to continue with his good attack animations, though, getting some big old splash and chewing through those units in the front line. Mutalith Vortex Beast is a great pick. When you're facing off against massive hordes of erect Nurgle infantry that are just mouth-breathing in a blob, having a true Mortis Engine is going to be brutal. And this is Aeson the Fallen. He's afflicted by Rot Glorious Rot, of all things. So that's so strange to use that here. I think he would want to use that on the middle. Yeah, we'll have to see. Objective 3 still held by Magical Beast, but the corrupted French here are able to grab Objective 2. And yeah, you can see this is just all Bretonnia and Nurgle infantry. There are a couple Beast and Tzeentch units fighting. It looks like some Pestigor is going to be moved into the fight, but they really need Aeson the Fallen to get in there and just start crushing it. And he will over the course of a long battle. I mean, he is a true Mortis Engine that does, I believe, 12 to 24 damage. Let's go ahead and check here and see. So 16 to 32. Okay, it's a heavy Mortis Engine. And this Aeson is going to start just value. Well, look at that. Look at his value go. 1300, 1338, 1350. It's just going to skyrocket. This army is going to get absolutely melted there. That's a brilliant play. In the meantime, the corrupted French, though, trying to compromise the backfield. They do have their Knights of the Realm back here facing off against the Centaurs. A couple Halberds going to be trying to screen them out. But this giant beastie and the Jabberwocky could be the big problems. I mean, I don't know what's going to be able to effectively kill this guy quickly. Lewin can definitely put hurt on him, but that's where you got your boy Torox nearby. Lewin is on his way back. Peasant archers are good against it, but they're getting roasted by those pink fires. Every time they pop up, Charix just whips out a fat pink fire and is able to drop it like it's hot right there. So value on Aeson probably over 2,000 now. Let's go and check. He is sitting at 2,100 value. And look at that. What was once a mighty Nurgle host is now just withered and decayed at the hands of the Tzeentchian monster. The Grail Relic, of course, going to keep them fighting from routing, which is very good, and a mass onslaught of cav coming in from Pope Patty. Meanwhile, the Noxbringer for Hobo Honkers was called out, and it looks like it's just bombarding the Centaur throwing axes, trying to drain some ammo, and also going after the Halberds. But, yep, Aeson continues to feast, and with leadership getting lower, the Jabberwockies here, that's going to be double Mortis Engine. The Aura of Madness plus the big dog with his Vortex. But look at him. He's getting bullied by Lewin. That's what I talked about. The one thing that Homeboy was weak against is the King. Hail to the King, baby. And he's in. And he's going to be Bruce Campbelling him here. Yeah, I guess that would be the one way to do it. Hail to the King. But yes, he is beating down Aeson the Fallen. Aeson has already gotten 4,000 value. This thing needs to be kept in check. And it looks like the French do call in the Noxbringer as well in melee to shut that down, because that thing was straight up bringing the game back. All right, under the backfield, what do we got? We have the Magical Beast holding it down. It looks like the Pestigors should be able to fend off those Pegasus Knights. In the backfield, the Magical Beast Centaurs of Tzeentch being intercepted and run down by multiple cav units. And this is a big deciding play here, guys. It's tough. It's back and forth. And what do we got? Jabberwocky still fighting. Tzeentch's Firestorm there. The big army call-in. Brutal one. That's going to hit all those units. Talk about good. And King Lewin got bullied out by Torox and the Jabberwocky. But not before Aeson the Fallen got over 4,000 value. Aeson the Fallen did fall again. But alas, he will be back in greater numbers, ladies and gentlemen. He will indeed. All right, what do we got? Herald of Tzeentch chilling out here. He's looking low. Getting a kill on that Herald of Tzeentch should be quite strong. So far, the Trebuchets pretty much use all their ammo. They're the Trebuchet. There's only one of them back here. 69, that's what she said, hanging in. The Magical Beasts are going to be calling in their Pestigors, who finished securing the back objective. But Magical Beasts, what do they have? They have Torox still fighting. Torox putting in some good work. It looks like he's bullying the Noxbringer, which is a great pick for him. Really, really nice target. Torox the Brass Bull. So much cooler than using the lame Doom Bull, dude. Yeah, getting the big Brass Bull himself. And Aeson the Fallen, nowhere to be seen. The Jabberwocky is out and about. I think he actually has fallen as well to the King Lewin, as well as some of the archers in the back. Baron to the Ba with the Bog are coming, and some Pegasus Knights at full health as well. Could it be that the corrupted French are now taking over? It kind of looks like it. Aeson was almost able to bring the game back, but now it looks like they are on the back foot a little bit. Centaurs engaging with Spawn of Tzeentch piling in to try and help out against the Pegasus Knights. Torox does pop the Brass Body, which is going to give him 44% ward save, or 40%. And he's going fisticuffs with King Lewin. Look, if he gets a pick on King Lewin here, that would be a game-changing play. And the Magical Beasts somehow do have the capture weight here, but it starts to flip again. Yeah, it's going back to the old corrupted French, as now the heavy waves of cav are coming in. Halberds are being overwhelmed, that is for sure. The Pestigors are a hard counter to them, basically. The Great Weapons usually counter Halberds right there. And Torox didn't hear no bell, dude. That Brass Body has a super long duration, mitigating most of that damage. He forces away King Lewin. What an absolute Chad. And the Spawn gonna need to get into the middle, as the Magical Beasts are in the process of losing that objective. Nurgle getting Frolickers Bubonic up here. They got some Nurgle Infantry, Toads, and some more Pestigors. The capture weight rapidly flipping in what is a knockdown drag-out grand final. But I do think that the Magical Beasts are running out of steam. And what a cool combo. Nurgle Bretonnia We obviously don't have a meta established for 2v2 yet, but like it's cool to see that this seems to be a viable powerhouse composition. But you also have to remember, 2 of the players playing on that are like top tier tournament players. Pope Patty is probably one of the best Bretonnian players in the world, if not the best right now, and Hobo Honkers is an insanely good Nurgle player. So these are 2 players on their mains, but the same could be said for Charix and Chicken Feed on their respective factions, right? Absolutely could. Now, why have we not seen Changebringers? Maybe they're too hard to protect? Changebringers could have been pretty devastating, but I guess the Flies and Lewin and the Bretonnian Air Force was a little bit too much. Yeah, as now this is a rock-hard Nurgle cap here. Torox the Brass Bull has finally heard the bell. He's had enough. Halberds are coming in, but Halberds are just going to be out-traded by Great Weapons, and it does look like today's winners are going to be Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers, I would say. Really cool how Aeson almost brought the game back. That was super rad, man. That was very fun. And a Herald of Nurgle chasing down Torox the Brass Bull. Yes, yes. That objective is going to hang here. And I would imagine they'll tap out soon. It's got to feel pretty over here, right? Like, it's all Bretonnian Nurgle. The Beastmen and Tzeentch have, like, nothing. They're pretty much tabled. There's a Caster, a Haggard Halberd unit, and some Pestigors, but, yeah, they're not going to be enough. And Torox is getting chased down pretty good here. And you can see he's having a bad time. 118 HP. Jabberwocky sitting there, you know, contemplating his life choices, as Torox might get it from the Rotfly. We'll see if he actually decides to chase and pursue. Yeah, Lewin, you know, making some questionable alliances, but, you know, it is what it is. He'll do anything to protect Bretonnia, including joining up with ye old Nurgle. It's good times. Yeah, what a great format. Great games all around. Yeah, it's really fun. Laser Beast. It's very fun. I'm looking forward to doing it again, and I think we will do something like this again in the near future. Yes, yes. I wish they would fix the value. I know, I know. CA puts in pretty minimal effort for multiplayer, though, Marshall. It's just how it's always been. You just gotta... Sadly, we're just, like, you take what you get, you know? GG, guys. Well played. And today's tournament is going to be won by the corrupted French Alliance. We have Pope Patty and Hobo Honkers bringing the steel chair back to it, man. Getting it done. And yeah, once we get the website ready to go, we could run like 2v2 leagues as well and have like ongoing leagues for 2v2 format. Lots of fun stuff that we could do. All right, lads. I appreciate you all hanging around today. I'm going to be calling it here. Got some stuff I got to take care of. I've been very busy lately, so please forgive me. But I appreciate you all. It was super fun. If you want more 2v2, now is your chance to drop a like on the stream. It helps out a lot. So please do that if you don't mind. And for those of you guys on ye old Twitch, consider following if you enjoyed what you saw. All right, lads, that's it. GG, well played. Let's look at the breadwinners. Lewin, 2,500. Pegasus Knights pretty much all paid for themselves, or we're close to it. Cav did well. Trebuchet got about 1,500. For Hobo Honkers, yeah, just Warriors. He held the line, really. Noxbringer got about 11. Baron to the Bow with the Bog did pretty good. And for Lord Chicken Feed, Torox did fine. The Jabberwocky got 1,600. Love to see it. And for Charix, the Halberds felt like they kind of struggled a little bit, although some of them did pretty good on value. But Charix, Aeson was his breadwinner. 4,000 value on that. Yeah. Boberon, I'm glad. I'm going to be putting up more code games soon. I have another one going up tomorrow. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. GG, well played. We'll be back with more action soon. And that is going to be it for tonight. And thank you all to the players for helping us test the website. I think we made some really good progress, and we have discovered some things to patch up. Cheers. See you guys around. Adios.